All right, guys. We are live. Hopefully, you guys are able to see me right now. Hopefully, so sorry about the delay, guys. We're running a little late. My co-host Ray will be here shortly whenever he can. He's running a little late, so whenever he gets here, we'll have him in. But for right now, it's going to be solo all the way for right now. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you guys are joining in. I don't know why it's lagging up right now. Something's going on. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can I get my wrench back since my other account got deleted? Yes, you can, my friend. I just dropped down from like 6 viewers down to like 0. So I don't know what happened right as soon as I hit live. So I hopefully you guys let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm just making sure. But yeah. All right, so I got some comments in here. Jay Smith is in the chat. Mr. Invincible is in the chat. Jay Smith says, okay, I'm going to seem stupid, but what is the wrench by my comment? Okay, the wrench means you're able to like control who's in the chat. So if somebody acts up in the chat and he's being loud and annoying and all that stuff, not really loud because he's typing, but if he's being a troll, if stuff is going and I say to like, get rid of this guy, you could use that wrench to kick him out the chat and things like that. So Sexy Goat is in the chat with some very kind words there from Sexy Goat. Welcome to the Undrafted Analysts, guys. You guys can find this show here on the Kid Blue RB27 channel every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So welcome to the podcast, guys. We're going to get this show on the road. We've got some topics to talk about. Like I said, my co-host will be here shortly. He's running a tad bit late, and I'll get him in here when we can. So right now, it's just going to be a solo type thing. We will allow you guys to come in and talk to us towards the end of the show when we open that kind of stuff up. But we're going to talk about some stuff right now because the football world has been blowing up as of late. The football world has been blowing up. What's going on, Goat Kwam Barkley? I think this is probably your first or second time you've been in my stream, so welcome to the stream, my friend. Ligma is in the chat. What's going on, Joe Lutz? What up, you freaking bastard? What's going on, man? Hopefully I didn't get me demonetized for saying that, of course. But all right, Sexy Goat is in the chat. Cowboys X Factor is in the chat. Yes, I am, Sexy Goat. Yes, I'm a short dude. But I get the job done. Here's 5 Gum is in the chat. What's going on? I got the chat rolling today, guys. As soon as we start off this stream, we got the chat rolling. Jaden Dawkins in the chat. Giants need O-line and defense. We're going to get to the Giants in just a second, guys. We're going to get to the Combine. We're going to get to the Giants. We're going to get to free agents. We're going to get to some trade guys on the trading block, things like that. So let's get right into it. Let's look at my topic sheet. I'm going to pull up the topic sheet real quick. So, first of all, we're going to talk about the big news today, guys. And if I'm too loud, guys, let me know. I have my mic like right here. Just let me know if I'm too loud. But first, let's talk about Landon Collins. Now, real quick, guys, I want your opinions down below. Are you sad about Landon Collins? Are you happy? Are you so? What's going on with you and Landon Collins? To be honest, my opinion, I'm not really that careful of. I really don't care that we didn't franchise tag Landon Collins just because, you know what? I'm actually disappointed that we didn't franchise tag Landon Collins just because we could have traded him earlier had we known we weren't going to get in contract talks with him. We could have traded him, during that time. We could have traded him beforehand, before he really became a free agent. Maybe we got a 3rd round, 2nd round pick for him. Instead, we let him go for next to nothing. So he's going to be hitting the trade block. Jeffrey Abbey is in the chat. I see you in the chat, my friend. Enzo is in the chat. Welcome, guys. Road Dog is here. Just want to give a shout out to all you guys here. Welcome and thank you for joining the podcast. You guys are rolling this chat right now, man. You guys are awesome. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Landon Collins, guys. I'm going to try to read the comments as best as I can because you guys are rolling right now. Cowboys X Factor says, Kid Blue, she got sports video. Landon Collins got so many dislikes. That's crazy. Oh, why does it have – I'm subscribed to her. I just didn't check out the video. Why is that Cowboys X Factor? Did she say something, like, not good? Thornhill or Adderley in a second. I haven't looked on film of Thornhill, but I really like Adderley. So I'll probably take Adderley. But I have some candidates. We're going to talk about safeties in the draft in just a second. Let me know if you guys watched if you guys haven't, please make sure you do. Why haven't you already? Make sure you guys check out my 7th round mock draft that I made a couple weeks ago, maybe just exactly a week ago. Make sure you guys check out that video. I have possible replacements for Curtis Riley and Landon Collins in the draft. That has a lot of guys. IDK, but it has 70 dislikes. Wow. Why does it have that many dislikes? I'm guessing people. What was she sad about Landon Collins, or was she happy about Landon Collins? You guys let me know. Join the family, guys. Kid, yeah, join the family. Make sure you guys. So we're talking about She Got Sports and her dislikes. Let's talk about Kid Blue and his likes. Go ahead and like this stream right now, guys. If you guys are enjoying it so far, you guys are just rolling this chat right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. We're about at like 9 likes with 17 people watching. That the math is not adding up, guys. The math's not adding up. Go ahead and fix that up. Jaden Dawkins says, can I get a mod? You will be able to get a mod when you join more, when I recognize you and you're part of the stream more and more, Jaden Dawkins. But thank you for asking. I will definitely add you in once, I just don't give it to everybody. Bavith, Ray will be here shortly. I'm waiting for him to text me back. I have to add him to the call. He's running a little late right now, but he'll be here shortly, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys so much. So my thoughts on Landon Collins, guys. I'm gonna try to read your chats and smash it like it's Aaron Andrews. Exactly, smash that like button like it's Aaron Andrews. That's right. So yeah, let's talk about Landon Collins. Okay, finally, I keep getting off the topic, but listen, if we would have franchise tagged him, he would have got $11.5 million, probably $11.5 million. I think that's where it's at right now, 11.2 probably. If we do a franchise tag him, I think that's enough for him. I think we could have gave that $11.5 million to Landon Collins, but at the same time, if we didn't franchise tag him, it's whatever, man. He wasn't really a huge impact. Yes, he was a very good box safety for us. He was very good tackling behind the line of scrimmage, things like that. Now the more that I think about it, I am pretty sad that we are letting go of Landon Collins, because just to think about, he's gonna ball out, guys. I'm telling you right now, this guy's gonna ball out with the Chiefs, with the Colts, wherever he goes, he's gonna ball out. Possibly Green Bay, because they just got rid of Clinton Dix. Maybe they want to add in Landon Collins, but when you look at Landon Collins, he's a guy that really can't. It probably is best fit as a 4-3 linebacker than he is a safety, just because he really can't. He can't defend deep down the field like a safety should. He's a big box safety, sort of like a linebacker. Great hit power. Has decent ball skills. His ball skills got better from his rookie year to his junior year. I mean, just a huge difference there. In his 3rd year, I believe it was his 3rd year where he really came on. No, it was his sophomore year. His 1st year at strong safety, he really had a very good season with the Giants. So, at the same time, guys, we can't say he's one of the best safeties in the league, because we only seen him play at that level for about, half a season. He played great for a half a season in that 2016 season, but after that, it was like he was just a good safety. He wasn't a top safety. He was a good safety, just not a top safety. So that's what I think about Landon Collins. Does he deserve that kind of money? I'm sure he deserves $8 or $9 million. He wants much more than that, obviously. He didn't want to get franchise tagged. And then think about it from the Giants' standpoint. If they would have franchise tagged him, Le'Veon Bell did this thing where he just sat out trying to get his money. Whether or not that works is we'll see what happens in the future. Only time will tell. But then we're talking about Landon Collins, and what if he does the same thing? He's going to sit out. He's already said he doesn't want to be franchise tagged. He was going to sit out, probably not play, and he probably would have had play to his potential because he's franchise tagged. He would be a little salty about that, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I think about Landon Collins. I don't think, to me, I really don't think that Landon Collins should be. You guys should cry over Landon Collins. I mean, we're not losing a super top tier guy. Yes, he had a very good season in 2016, but we shouldn't be, flipping tables and saying fire Dave Gettleman. And I've seen a couple Giants channels saying that. I mean, are you dumb? Are you dumb? I'm not going to disrespect you guys right now, but don't get in this whole rant and start flipping tables and punching the wall because we got rid of Landon Collins. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's a business. He didn't, the Giants felt like they could have used their $12 million elsewhere, and that's what they decided to do. So, we can't really complain. He's had 3 interceptions in 4 seasons, I think. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Saquon? I mean, are you talking Saquon? Are you talking about Landon Collins? I'm going to try to – I don't want Landon. I want Earl. Montez Sweat was a blast in the combine. Yeah, beast in the combine. Yes, I was talking about Montez Sweat, guys. I know he's a raw player, guys. And the first thing you guys are going to tell me, he's a raw player. He doesn't deserve the 6th overall pick. But when you think about potential, right? Like the Buffalo Bills drafted Josh Allen for potential. I'm talking about the quarterback, Josh Allen. They drafted him out of potential. Is he anywhere near a top 15 pick as where they drafted Josh Allen? Absolutely not. But a lot of people gave the okay for Josh Allen to be drafted by the Buffalo Bills because of his, say it to everybody, potential. So when you talk about Montez Sweat and his potential, yeah, I mean, he will be a top tier pass rusher with the right coaching. I guarantee you guys right now, give Montez Sweat that coaching, give him the opportunity, he will shine. I see plenty of opportunity. He can stop the run. He's a very good pass rusher. He's a speed rusher. As you guys saw, he ran a 4.43, 4.41 in the combine, somewhere around there. One of the fastest, among fastest of the pass rushers. I think he was the fastest pass rusher in the combine. So we talk about Montez Sweat. I know a lot of people aren't going to like Montez Sweat. I completely agree with your opinions. I agree that Montez Sweat probably isn't worth a 6th overall pick, but it's all about the potential. Josh W's in the chat. What round can we pick up a good safety? Listen, if we trade up, I'm telling you this right now, guys. Let me know if you guys agree with me. If we trade up, we're gonna trade up to the 3rd round. You heard it here. You heard it here by me. I said it on my podcast last week. The Giants will trade up. The Giants will trade up to a 3rd round pick. We have too many picks later on that I don't think we're going to spend all those picks, guys, because half those guys probably won't even make the roster if we're just being honest, right? So we've got 2 4th round picks, 3 5th round picks. Mind you, most of them are consecutive. There are about 2 or 3 of these picks that are consecutive picks. So we'll be picking right next to each other, and odds are we're not going to stay there. We're gonna use it to get a 3rd round pick. If you guys want to take my word for it, download this, what I'm saying right now, and play it everywhere. So we're going to trade up for a 3rd round pick. And I'm looking at Darnell Savage, the free safety. He can play in the box. He's a smaller guy, like a Tyrann Mathieu, Buda Baker type player. Watch Darnell Savage. I love he put up a very good 40 time and had very good drills at the safety for the safeties in the combine. Also, Saquon Hampton as well. Very good box safety. Would be a fantastic replacement for Saquon Hampton. I project Darnell Savage as a 3rd or 4th round pick, and then Saquon Hampton as a 4th to 5th round pick. So when it comes to safeties, I don't think we're going to have a problem whatsoever at safeties. Whether we want to go early, get a Nasir Adderley if he falls to the 2nd round, get a Taylor Rapp, I don't know if we trade into the 1st round and get a guy like a Jonathan Abram, or we can get a guy like Darnell Savage, a Saquon Hampton, or Saquon Hampton. His is with a A, not an O. That's Saquon. But who knows? Maybe we could have 2 Saquons on the squad. But yeah, guys, Darnell Savage. Watch Darnell Savage. I fell in love with Darnell Savage watching him on tape. Just pull him up against Ohio State as well. He had a very good game against Ohio State, against Dwayne Haskins. So, true, but if you draft off of true potential, there's no guarantee he will reach it. Exactly, J-Zack. And shout out to J-Zack in the red zone. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. He's going to be an upcoming YouTuber. I'm very excited to see what he's going to do. I'm going to be doing some work with him in the future. It's J-Zack in the red zone. Very excited about J-Zack. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. He's going to be coming up there. He's also on the Bleed Big Blue Intern podcast. He's also probably the main speaker over there at the intern roundtable. I'd be pissed if that happens. Okay. We have a lot of picks here. That's why I think we're going to trade up to get a 3rd round pick. We have too many picks, especially a lot of them are consecutive. I hope we trade some of our later picks to get back in the 3rd round. Yeah, Jay Staubs is exactly what I'm saying. 1st round is for studs, especially top 5 pick. We're at 6, but still, yeah, it's for studs, definitely. I get what you're saying, guys, but please do not rule out Montez Sweat, because I'm telling you right now, when we're talking about Montez Sweat at the end of the season, he may be one of the rookie defensive players of the year, guys. I'm telling you right now. That's how high I am on Montez Sweat. Yes, he's very raw. I get it. He's very raw, but he has a lot of potential. We've seen a lot of defensive guys are ready, especially pass rushers. We've seen a lot of pass rushers that are very raw, and they wind up being very good in the league. I heard Earl wants $15 million per year. That's ridiculous. He's not going to get that, especially he's past his 30s. You ready for Collins comments? You bastard. Yeah, I'm ready for the Collins. I tell you right now. Let me know what you guys think about Collins, guys. Kid Blue better than ESPN. Join the yeah, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys haven't already. If you guys are enjoying this stream, I'm at 23 viewers right now. That's probably my peak right now. 25 viewers. Thank you guys so much for joining in the podcast. Every week I make the podcast. It's more and more popular. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I was talking about something else. Oh, yeah, ESPN. I hate ESPN. You guys know, if you guys didn't watch my Stephen A. Smith video, please watch it. I mean, a lot of people love that video. I loved making the video. But yeah, a lot of people love that video. Me just going off on ESPN, Max Kellerman. I used to like Max Kellerman. I used to like both of them. I used to like Stephen A. and I used to like Max Kellerman. Stephen A. I used to like because he used to dominate Skip Bayless time and time again with the Cowboys. He still does it. Stephen A. when he goes to Jerry World, when they have special like the college football championships, when it takes place in Arlington in Jerry World, he goes in front of those fans on live TV and just demolishes them. But Verl Keeler's in the chat. I respect Verl Keeler, fellow. He is a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I respect him. But it's funny. Admit it, Verl. It's funny. But Kellerman, Max Kellerman, I used to like Max Kellerman when he was on Sports Nation. He used to dominate Marcellus Wiley. Now I like Marcellus Wiley better than Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is just a white knight. A white knight just wants to bring race into everything. Be like, black people are so oppressed. You guys don't deserve that. I'm like, it's sports, man. We're talking about sports. This isn't CNN. We're talking sports, Max Kellerman. And if next time I was gonna threaten Max Kellerman in game, guys. In game, I was gonna threaten Max Kellerman, just hypothetically. All right, I'm not gonna murder him, so don't demonetize me, YouTube. Now that I just said the M word, I'm probably gonna get demonetized. But let me not rant about that, guys. Let me not rant about that. Because I'll get off on a tangent. What about Darian Thompson? Oh, yeah, Darian Thompson. I'm a Boise State fan, guys, so I know I'm a Boise State fan. It's whatever. But, Boise State, I watched Darian Thompson, and I'm very disappointed that we let go of Darian Thompson. He did not produce as well as he should have. With the Giants. I was very excited when we drafted him. My favorite college team, a player from my favorite college team coming to my favorite football team for the NFL. And he just did not do too much. He got hurt his rookie year. His sophomore year was less than stellar, and we had to let him go. But I'd be willing to bring him back just to give him another chance. He'd be very cheap. Andrew Adams as well. He played fantastic with the Buccaneers. 4 interceptions. He had 3 in one game against Cam Newton. So, I mean, Andrew Adams, I'd be happy to bring him back for, a quick little contract. Tyrann Mathieu to the Giants. I would love Tyrann Mathieu to the Giants. He was projected to be a Giant last year. I made a video about that. That video did very well last year. And I was all for Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, coming to the Giants. But whether or not he comes to the Giants now, we'll see. Now we got a new GM and things like that. So, we had Dave Gettleman at that time anyway too, but yeah, I'm still waiting for my co-host to come inside. But we're gonna get to our new topic now, guys. Now that we got Landon Collins off our chests, so yeah, like I said, I'm a little disappointed, but it is what it is. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, guys, let's talk about Charlie Casserly confirming. He confirmed that Josh Rosen is being shopped. Josh Rosen is on the trading block, and for no other reason would he be on the trading block than for the Cardinals to pick up Kyler Murray. Start changing your draft boards, everybody. Start changing your mock drafts. Kyler Murray is going to Arizona. Like, I didn't think that. I said this on the podcast, here on the podcast. I didn't think that whatsoever. I thought Kyler Murray to the Arizona Cardinals was ridiculous. I thought that was a Madden move there. Like, that's something you do in Madden. That's something you do in Madden. I didn't think that Josh Rosen would actually be traded, and then for them to just give up on Josh Rosen, especially for a rookie head coach. Do you really have the balls to come into the NFL and the first move you make is to get rid of your future franchise quarterback who you traded up for last year and has potential? And I'm just a loss for words right now. But what do you guys think about Josh Rosen? What do you guys think about Josh Rosen? Where do you guys think he can go? I made a video about it yesterday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I made a video about it yesterday. He may go to Washington. That'll be pretty interesting. Listen, for Washington, it'll be the best move they make. Because with the 15th pick, I thought it was the 13th pick. With the 15th pick, Big Blue News is here. All right, I'm gonna add him to the chat. He said AAF. I'll be honest, guys. I've been watching my Apollos, but I haven't been paying attention to the AAF as of late. But yeah, guys. I mean, it'll be the best move for Washington. Just being that Washington needs a quarterback. And odds are Washington is going to spend their first round pick on a quarterback, and they're not going to get their guy that they want with the 15th pick. Kyler and Dwayne will be gone, long gone by the 15th pick, and they're going to have to go after a guy like a Drew Lock, like a Daniel Jones. And if they want to wait to the second round, like a Will Grier or a Ryan Finley, these guys need development. So, and honestly, the only day one starters I see are Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray. So, whatchamacallit there? But yeah, Josh Rosen to the Washington Redskins would be the best thing that the Washington Redskins can do, because they might as well just get Josh Rosen instead of waiting for, a Drew Lock or a Daniel Jones. You don't know what we're going to get from them yet. So, you guys let me know what you guys think about that. But I really don't think Arizona should do it. Would Arizona be better off getting Kyler Murray? The ceiling is much higher for Kyler Murray than it is for Josh Rosen, but yet the floor is much lower for Kyler Murray than Josh Rosen. If I'm being honest. I still think Kyler Murray is a little undersized to play quarterback, but I do fully believe in him. But Josh Rosen just looks a little bit more, bigger and prototypical quarterback size. And no, I'm not height shaming. Okay, for those you guys making fun of, getting on me that I'm height shaming. I'm not height shaming because I'm short myself, so I'm not gonna height shame. I don't want to trade up for Haskins. I say we only take him at 6. Oh yeah, I'm not trading up for Haskins either. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't trade up for Kyler Murray either, just because we don't have many picks to really give up. If we had two third-round picks and a second-round pick, I'd say okay. But we only have a second-round pick, 2 4ths, 3 5ths, 1 6, 2 7ths. So I'm not gonna trade up in this draft at all. Besides to the third-round pick, where I can give up a 4th round, 2 5th rounds to get to a 3rd round pick. I haven't looked at the draft value or anything like that. I gotta pull up the chart soon. They might wait until next year. Much better quarterback class. Bruh, should tag Trent Brown, then trade him and second over Josh Rosen. I mean, listen, the Patriots could very well be in the running for Josh Rosen, because everybody was saying that before, that Josh Rosen, back before Josh Rosen was drafted, a lot of people were saying Josh Rosen could be on the Patriots, that a lot of people would want him there, that the Patriots want him there. So we'll see what happens there. I think Murray is Wilson 2.0. We'll see about that. I think Wilson is just such a great thrower and a great runner. Like, he's so balanced. Murray has a lot of shoes to fill there if he wants to be better than Wilson. Why the height shame? I'm 11. Arizona can afford to make stupid mistakes. That's all they're good at. Only the Lions. Bobby's in the chat. What's going on, Bobby? Welcome to the podcast, my friend. We're talking some Giants football right now. We're having some fun. In your opinion, does Nick Foles make the Jaguars a Super Bowl contender? They have a little bit more work to do. They have to figure out that run game, that offensive line, guys. That offensive line, I mean, that whole O-line got injured. I mean, that whole offensive line. You had Eric Flowers starting at left tackle. You had a bunch of guys, bunch of no-namers. Patrick Omame, who was just shipped out of there last year, came back because they were so desperate for an offensive lineman. Their whole offensive line got injured. They have some work there, but their healthy offensive line is pretty good. Your Cam Robinsons, Jeremy Parnell. You got a pretty good center, pretty decent guards. Their offensive line is decent for the Jaguars. They definitely could upgrade, but it's decent. But they have to stay healthy. That's going to be a big problem there. The receivers, who do they have at receiver? Who's at receiver? DJ Chark, D.D. Westbrook. Who else? I mean, they're not good. They're tight ends. They have no tight ends. Their offense needs a lot of work. Their defense is going to remain top 5. I can guarantee you that. Their defense is going to remain top 5. And they need some cornerback depth, and they need some safeties. But when we're talking about the offense needs a lot of work. If you get Nick Foles, it's definitely going to help them. But like I said, I don't know how successful Nick Foles is going to be outside of Philadelphia, because he went to the Rams, he went to the Chiefs, he wasn't very good. So, to me, when you talk about the Jaguars, you're going to need a lot more work to be a Super Bowl contender, maybe a playoff contender. Probably as soon as you plug in Nick Foles, you're going to be a playoff contender. But as far as a Super Bowl contender, probably not. I'm going to say no. We've gave too much trash players. Gettleman has been disappointing. How is that, Dylan? Come on, Dylan. How has Gettleman been disappointing? How? This guy has drafted one of the best drafts we can think of in the past, I don't know, 15 years? 15 years maybe? I can't even think of a draft that was better. We have so much production at every position. You know, besides quarterback, everybody played well. RJ McIntosh, he was hurt most of the year. You can't do much about that. When he did play, RJ McIntosh will be the starter at three technique defensive tackle, or you can call it 3-4 defensive end on the inside. Right next to Dalvin Tomlinson. He's going to be a starter this year. So RJ McIntosh, he was the last pick, and he even produced. And then we talk about B.J. Hill. B.J. Hill led the Giants in sacks, also set a New York Giants record with the most sacks by a rookie in franchise history with 5.5. Is 5.5 a huge number? No, it's not, but it's a start. We look at Lorenzo Carter. He was a rotational guy. Actually, he barely even played in the beginning of the year at all, because Connor Barwin had that spot and things like that. Lorenzo Carter started getting playing time towards the end of the year, but like I said, Olivier Vernon, when he came back, he was the guy there. And then he wound up leading the Giants in sacks. But Lorenzo Carter, as a rotational pass rusher that barely played this year, had a very good season. 4 sacks as a rotational pass rusher, and also had some days where he just jumped off the screen, stopping running backs behind a line of scrimmage, getting pressure on the quarterback, setting the edge, things like that. Lorenzo Carter definitely showed a lot of development with the Giants in his rookie year, so I'm very confident in him next year. Who else did we draft? Will Hernandez struggled in the beginning of the year, but what offensive lineman for the Giants didn't struggle this year? He was one of the guys that really stepped up towards the end of the year. We really didn't have anything to talk about when it came to Will Hernandez in a bad way. And then we look at Saquon Barkley. Can we even talk about Saquon Barkley? Is there anything to talk about Saquon Barkley? There is nothing to talk about Saquon Barkley. That whole draft class was great. Besides Kyle Oleta, I get it. That was a miss, but, it happens. But the fact that all the Giants players made the roster, listen, it's just an accomplishment that all the players made the roster. A lot of teams don't sign all their rookies to the active roster, the final 53. Not all teams do that. We did that this year, and they all had playing time, and they all have shown flashes of being a starter in this league. When do you ever see your only 5th-round pick potentially being a starter here? Come on now. I hope I talk some sense into you guys. The 2007 draft. Well, that tells you right there, Jay Smith, the 2007 draft. So Dave Gettleman did not do a bad job. The fact that our best draft, the only draft that was better than this draft was 2007. That tells you something. Gettleman drafts well, but makes drastic offseason moves. I think he makes conservative offseason moves. He doesn't make big offseason moves just because I need you guys to understand something. Let me tell you about something. And with all respect to you guys, I just think you guys aren't noticing this. The Giants were in cap hell last year. So if you thought Dave Gettleman was going to go out and sign a big name player, you're out of your mind. This isn't Madden, okay? This isn't Madden Ultimate Team. Just spend your MUT coins, regame them, play a couple games, beat some people, and you regain them. We were in cap hell leading up. Jerry Reese put us in cap hell leading up to this season here. We spent money on our left tackle. Everybody wanted a left tackle, but then everybody was complaining about the contract. Listen, do not complain about the contract when you guys were like begging Dave Gettleman for his first move to be a left tackle, okay? We had to overpay for Nate Solder. He was the only decent tackle in that free agent market. We had to be the highest bidder. So he came to the Giants. He struggled, but he played well. That's not Dave Gettleman's fault that he struggled, okay? Nate Solder played excellent with the Patriots. Then we signed, who else did we sign? Cody Latimer. Listen, Cody Latimer would have played fine had he been healthy, okay? That's out of Dave Gettleman's control as well. Jonathan Stewart, he played pretty well in relief of Christian McCaffrey, backing up for Christian McCaffrey. He played well as a secondary running back type guy, a third down back type guy. Dave Gettleman thought that would be the same over here. That didn't work out too well. This is not Dave Gettleman's fault. Injuries happen. Injuries plague the Giants. You guys can't complain about Dave Gettleman and what he did in the free agency. A lot of people are talking about Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman is like Jerry Reese in free agency. It's like Jerry Reese. Dave Gettleman is like Jerry Reese in free agency, how Jerry Reese was in the draft. Listen, Dave Gettleman did fine in free agency. He got guys for cheap contracts. He didn't overpay guys too much. He did what he had to do with Nate Solder, but he didn't do bad, guys. You guys let me know who he missed on or who he signed that you guys weren't happy with. You guys let me know of a move that you guys, and don't tell me Damon Harrison. Please don't tell me Eli Apple or Damon Harrison. Please don't tell me that. It had to happen. It had to happen, okay? We're rebuilding. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. So, that being said, I leave it up to you guys in the comments. Andrew Adams is gone. Cut. Romeo Okwara. Cut. Landon Collins gave too much. Patrick Omameh. Then cut. Patrick Omameh should have been cut. Patrick Omameh should have been. And Patrick Omameh didn't make that much. I think he was getting like $4 or $5 million a year. And he wasn't making guaranteed money either. So we let him go for nothing. Should have traded Collins. Yes, we should have traded Collins. I get that. Okay, I completely agree with that. But not every GM is perfect. Remember, the GM talks with a crowd, with a table of people. It's not just him making the decisions. Andrew Adams and Romeo Okwara. That's my biggest issue with Dave Gettleman. That's it. Romeo Okwara and Andrew Adams. Are we talking about big name players? No, we're talking about Romeo Okwara and Andrew Adams. Okay. These are guys that are no names. They're not household names yet, but those are guys that I wanted to keep on the roster. Dave Gettleman got rid of Darian Thompson. I was like, fine, okay, fine. We have Andrew Adams here. He should be fine. Then we get rid of Andrew Adams. I'm like, what the hell what the hell just happened? So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then Romeo Okwara. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was pissed. I was pissed that we got rid of Romeo Okwara. Because as soon as we signed this guy and I watched this guy on film and I watched him in the preseason, I was like, this guy is going to be one of those rotational pass rushers like Kerry Wynn, even better than Kerry Wynn. That's going to be something in the NFL. And he did. That 2016 season, Romeo Okwara, Jason Pierre-Paul got hurt. And Romeo Okwara on Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys rivalry game in which we beat them 10-7. Romeo Okwara lit it up. I believe had 1 or 2 sacks, had a ball batted down, had played well in coverage. It forced a lot of pressure. You found Al Michaels saying his name more than any other player in that game. Romeo Okwara took control of that game, and Romeo Okwara did a very good job. And then he goes to the Detroit Lions and lights it up. It leads the Detroit. He led the Detroit Lions in sacks with 7.5. I'm like, only the freaking Giants, dude. Only the freaking Giants. And then we talk about my guy, Devin Kennard. Devin Kennard would have fit fine in the 3-4 as a linebacker. He was a defensive end with USC. He switched to linebacker. He would have been great at outside linebacker in our system. Instead, we got a guy like Kareem Martin, because James Betcher wanted Kareem Martin. It wasn't Dave Gettleman's decision. It was James Betcher. He wanted to get Kareem Martin in here. So, I'm not going to blame that on Dave. Like I said, Dave Gettleman has done some things. Yes, he's done some things. That's what GMs do. You're not going to agree with everything that GMs do. All right? It's that simple. Deontay Thompson, his draft stock is falling, Ligma. So I don't know where he's projected at. Maybe a second, third round pick, but he's not a first round pick anymore. His draft stock is falling, and his production hasn't gotten too great later on with Alabama. I heard. Don't take my word for it. Kennard had 7 sacks with the Detroit Lions. Devon Kennard had 7 sacks with the Detroit Lions. Romeo Okwara had 7.5 sacks. I mean, it's only the Giants. My guy, the entertainer talking sports. Chris is in the chat saying, stand up, New York Giants fans. What's going on, Chris? Appreciate the $2, bro. I'm actually working. I don't know. It's in concept. Because I love my fellow Giants YouTubers so much. I was thinking about doing their greatest hits, but me reenacting them. I don't know. It was just a thought. I thought it would be hilarious. But like Chris and Bad Dog and Rover and Cop Pizzle, of course. I love my guy Cop Pizzle. I was just gonna do a whole acting skit on just acting like you guys. It would have been freaking hilarious. I was thinking about coming up with a script from it. But my guy Chris is in the chat. Make sure you guys sub up my guy, the entertainer talking sports. He just uploaded. I've yet to look at your new mock draft, my friend, but he just uploaded a new mock draft. Very knowledgeable football video maker, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. I mean, you guys are subscribed to him. Let's be honest here. But thanks for the $2, my friend. Dylan Renner, watch Mike Too Nice's vid. Kid Blue, tell me I'm wrong. I'm not subscribed to Mike Too Nice. I know he's a big Giants YouTuber. I actually don't even know of him. But I know you guys told me to check out She Got Sports. I've subscribed to her as well. I just don't pay attention to her as much. I don't watch all of her videos when I can. But my guy, One Giant Rebuttal with the $5. I appreciate that, man. He's always joining in the streams. You and the entertainer are huge supporters of mine. You guys are awesome. Everybody, just type a 1 in the chat for my guy OGR and Entertainer Talking Sports. Just show your respect to these great, beautiful Giants fans right now. How would you reenact the Entertainer's Dolphins? That's one I would probably blur. I'll blur it out. Russell. And by the way, welcome to the stream, Russell. Welcome to the podcast. I'm getting off of my talk subjects here, guys. I apologize about that because this is supposed to be a podcast more than just a hangout. His latest vids tells why Gettleman's been garbage. But listen, Gettleman's not been garbage. Anybody could come into the show and tell me why Gettleman's been garbage. We could talk. About Gettleman. I will stand up for my guy, Dave Gettleman. He does what he has to do. All right. So, okay, you might disagree, but I think we both know that they're just doing this for they're trying to do what's best for the Giants' future. A lot of people are upset about what Dave Gettleman did last year in free agency because they thought, and plus when we traded away Eli Apple and Damon Harrison, because they thought we were actually in the running of doing something this year or next year. Listen, I want to be honest with you guys, okay? Do not think I'm some bad Giants fan or whatever. We weren't doing nothing this year or last year. We weren't doing nothing. We're probably not going to do nothing next year, okay? 7 to 9 wins is what I project for the Giants. Like I said, yes, Chris is right. Gettleman has a plan. You got monetized, my man. Oh, yeah, man, what's going on? Bad Dog is in the chat. I haven't seen Bad Dog in the chat probably ever, but welcome to the stream, my friend. I got all the guys in here. Chris, OGR, Bad Dog. Sexy Goat, Dylan, everybody's in the chat. My man Jay Zach is in the chat. You guys are awesome. Appreciate that, guys. But yeah, Dave Gettleman has a plan for the future, guys. When you talk about his free agency moves last year, Jonathan Stewart, Cody Latimer, Benny Fowler, a couple other guys there, a couple, no-name guys just to fill in some spots. Listen, he did what he had to do. We were in cap hell last year. Then we traded away Damon Harrison. Then we got rid of Eli Apple and things like that. We're looking, Eli Manning is on his last year of his contract. Then we got Olivier Vernon. We're going to be dealing with him soon. But he didn't have much to work with. He signed a big name free agent, a left tackle, which everybody was complaining about, which I was like mind blown. My brain cells were burning. Everybody was complaining about, we signed Nate Solder for too much money. Oh my God, Dave Gettleman, you're doing such a bad job. You guys wanted a left tackle. He was the only good one in the market. He had to overpay for him. He had to give him $60 million because he was the most talked about tackle in that free agency class last year. He had to be the highest bidder. You guys need to know how football works. It's a business. It's a business. I'm going to stand strong for my guy, Dave Gettleman. I got to stand strong. But and then like I said, I already mentioned Damon Harrison, the whole trade that was happening. And by the way, like I said, guys, thank you guys for the donos. Chris, OGR, Bad Dog, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I got a Collins vids to work on tonight. Giants fans won't miss Landon Collins after that. Yeah, exactly, Bad Dog. Bad Dog. I was telling everybody, don't be too mad about it. I wish we could have found a way to franchise tag him, not give him a big deal, just to see what he's gonna do. $11 million, I'm sure we can dish out. $12 million, we can dish out. But I'm not really like that hurt about Landon Collins. A lot of people are flipping tables. I've seen a lot of Giants video makers just like screaming their lungs out because they're unhappy with what Dave Gettleman did. It is what it is, okay? Landon Collins had half a season where he played like an all-pro, half a season. So we're not going to pay him for a half a season of production that happened in 2016. It's 2019, guys, 2019. I'm back, jerk off. All right, Go Quan. My guy Go Quan is back. They ain't doing nothing next year either. Boys will sweep G-Man. All right, Verl, calm down. Hold it down now. Hold it down. $11 to $12 million franchise makes him close to Eric Barron money. Yeah, but that's the franchise tag. I would still give him that money just to see what happens. But at the same time, I feel like Dave Gettleman didn't want to do it because he was going to hold out. Le'Veon Bell is going to make this whole freaking popular. Learn football, bro. Get the hell out of Kid Blue's. Get the hell out of my stream. $100. Entertainer raid. Hey, entertainer raid. Bobby's in the chat. Russell's in the chat. But yeah, like I said, Landon Collins, I don't care. It's whatever. I don't care. So let's move on to the next. And if you guys have any other talk subjects, I'll just read it off. But I already talked about Landon Collins. I already talked about Josh Rosen, his possibility of being traded, and obviously that's for Kyler Murray going number 1 overall because they wouldn't do anything other than that. So obviously they have, and Cliff Kingsbury got some big balls, bro. That guy has some freaking bull shark testosterone running in his testicles, man. Because that guy, first year in the NFL, he's just like, hey. You got a franchise quarterback? Get rid of him. I don't want him. The hell? I want Kyler. Give me Devin White. We'll talk about Devin White in a second because I've got some things about Devin White because I got some guys in the second round that can produce similar to Devin White in the future. That we don't have to go all the way six overall for inside linebacker. But Devin White, I wouldn't be upset. Like I said, I'm not going to be upset. If the only way I'll be upset with the 6th overall pick is if we get a Jawan Taylor. If we get Jawan Taylor, because I honestly I think he's a little bit overhyped. I don't think he's that good. Jawan Taylor, if we get Greedy Williams would be great, but Greedy Williams isn't as a huge need at cornerback than it is a quarterback or a pass rusher or any kind of guy on the front 7. So you really can't go wrong with the 6th pick, guys. I don't care. I just want Dave Gettleman to have all his options there and surprise me. Surprise me, Dave. Surprise me. Let me get back in the chat. What the hell did I just do? Surprise me. First round OBJ for Eric Flowers. You think he's going first overall? Yes. Kyler Murray is going first overall. It has to be. They're already shopping him. They're already shopping Josh Rosen. If they don't find a contender for Josh Rosen, maybe they won't go, because there are reports saying that nobody wants Josh Rosen for a first or second round pick. They want him for a third round pick. I heard his value's at third round, which is kind of disrespectful. The guy just had a little bit of a full season. He didn't play a full season. And yes, he didn't perform, but he was on a terrible freaking Arizona Cardinals team. He had no weapons beside David Johnson, but his whole offensive line. Listen, guys, the things you guys don't know about the Arizona Cardinals. Who do you guys have there at receiver? Your best receiver is Larry Fitzgerald. Yes, he's great, but he's old. You have Christian Kirk there. Okay. Well, you don't have a tight end there. You've got David Johnson, who's great, but your whole offensive line, besides your rookie center, Mason Cole, got hurt. I mean, your whole offensive line got hurt. What else are you supposed to do? Josh Rosen, actually, I thought Josh Rosen played well with Arizona, being with what he had there. So, all that being said, I don't think he's worth the third-round pick to trade for. I think he's worth more than that. But, and then I know you guys are going to talk about, will the Giants trade for Josh Rosen? I hope not. Even after all I just said about Josh Rosen, I just hope we don't get Josh Rosen. I feel like Kyler Murray or Dwayne Haskins can be better than Josh Rosen. But I'm just gonna leave it up to Dave Gettleman. I'm not the GM, so the Giants need a running back. 60 go. Are you smoking dope? Plot twist: they draft Dwayne Haskins. It's not really a plot twist. I think it's a spoiler alert. I think everybody knows that. I'm trying to go up in the chat a little bit. He's 5 foot. Yes, I am, man. Yes, I am. You won't be pissed. Did I miss Meet the Mets is in the chat? Got to give it up to Meet the Mets. What's going on, Metsy? Am I the only Giants fan pissed about Landon Collins? Yes, I think you're the only fan mad about Landon Collins, my friend, because I think everybody's like, okay, that's $12 million save. I would have given the $12 million, but that's just deciding if he would have played or held out. But let's see. Kid Blue, have you had any more beers since New Year's? Nah, man. I've been drinking that Coke, man. I've been drinking that Coke and Pepsi and the occasional Arizona. I'm out of Arizona now, but some Red Bulls here. Some Red Bulls. The closest I got into alcohol is some cooking wine. So I like cooking wine. Arizona's GM should be fired if they draft Murray. Well, listen, it's all Cliff Kingsbury. He's pulling off like a John Gruden right now. He's like, what I say goes. So he's got some big balls, man, to come into the NFL and just say, hey, you got a nice franchise quarterback there. You traded up for Josh Rosen? You traded up for him? Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I want Kyler Murray. We're starting all over. Sorry, not sorry. We're starting all over. Cooking wine. Yeah, man. I love me some cooking wine. We drafted our franchise quarterback this year. Second round is O-line, defense, the whole rest of the draft. We have key pieces we need. At least we can agree Gettleman is better than Jerry Reese. I mean, anybody could agree with that. Also, since Mr. Bad Dog's in the chat, he said he's posting a video about Landon Collins. If you guys agree with the whole Landon Collins situation, if you guys disagree with the whole Landon Collins situation, make sure you guys check out Bad Dog's video. He's going to be posting it later on today. How old are you? Old enough to drink, Kid Blue? Yes, I am. 21. Yeah. So, I mean, technically, yeah, I am old enough. Let's see here. One John Roberta, that U.S. Postal Service shirt fits you. Yeah, man, it's a perfect blue. Like, if it matches the hat, matches the background, matches the other hat. Yeah, man. So it's good to be a mailman. It's good to be a mailman. Would it bother you if the boys picked up Collins? It would bother me if he played well. And I think just by our luck, the Giants have terrible. They have one of the worst lucks in the NFL. Just by the Giants' luck, he'll play like an all-pro, and he'll have 5 interceptions against Eli if he played with the Dallas Cowboys. That's just my opinion. But he may play for the Redskins. The Redskins may need they have Clinton Dix there. Never mind. Yeah, Clinton Dix there. I forgot about that. Murray is the best quarterback in this draft and a lot better than Rosen. If I was the Cardinals, I would do the same thing. Yeah, but at the same time, it's just a bad look. It's just a bad look because it looks like a Madden move. Doggy NYC is in the chat. Kyler Murray is a dummy. He did horribly on his board work at the combine. Are you really? Really, doggy? Please send that to me on Twitter. It's the same thing as my Instagram. Send that to me on Twitter. I didn't see his board work. But I saw Dwayne Haskins' board work. It was great. I was very impressed. He had 2 videos about that. Let's see. Alex Sports is in the chat saying, "What's up, Kid Blue? What's going on, Alex? Who is untradeable on our defense besides Lorenzo Carter? What do you mean by that, Corey Lloyd? I don't know. Who do you think is really untradeable? Not if you can't read a defense on the pros. Yo, Kid Blue, the Giants family, me and the wife got a cut. All right, man, Jay Smith, appreciate that, man. Say hi to your wife for me. Not in that kind of way, but I know you told me she watches the videos too, so appreciate that, man. Big Blue News said, I'm ready. All right, man, I'll get you in a second. Google came out to Google. It came out today. Oh, I didn't see that, man. Yeah, give me Haskins or Murray. What up, bro? What's going on, Arthur? What's going on? All right, guys, we're going to get back to my topics here because I went way off a topic. By the way, my highlights, I will cut up this stream and put highlights so you guys can rewatch it and stuff like that. If you guys have any recommendations for the highlights as well, I'll cut it up. But I'm going to add Ray in the Hangout. So we're going to get some other opinions here. And if you guys want to join in and talk, I do it the Getaway. I do Google Hangout. You guys got to email me if you guys want to talk, and I'll get the first person that emailed me in the call for about 3 to 4 minutes. Give you tell me what. It's sort of like a call-in show. It's just that I don't have the whole other stuff. I have Google Hangout only. So I sent you the invite, Big Blue News. So he will be in. He's my co-host, by the way. So that's why he's joining in. But yeah, the chat is rolling. You guys, this is the best stream so far. This is the best podcast so far. Thank you guys so much for that. Looking at here. Baby Hands. I know who that is. That's my guy, Christian Baby Hands. Baby Hands. Are OV and Janoris Jenkins worth keeping or trading? OV, you guys know me. If you guys know me, you guys know OV needs to leave. OV needs to leave. I'm tired of Olivier Vernon. $19 million for 8 sacks. No, thank you. So I don't care if you're hurt or not. The best ability is availability. So tell you that right now. I don't care. You guys can tell me, well, he was hurt. He was hurt. You got to give it to. He's been hurt for like 2 years now. Okay. If you can't play, if you can't be on the field every Sunday, I'm not giving you $19.5 million. I'm sorry. I prefer Haskins, to be honest, but who knows? Yeah, I'm on the fence, guys. I'm on the fence. Everybody, I've got Murray fans convincing me. I've got Haskins fans convincing me. So I'm on the fence. I've done my research on both of them. I've done my film studies on both of them. I really like both of them. The only problem I had with Murray was he had a lot of when he was under pressure, he didn't take pressure very well. He was a tuck and run type player. And on top of that, with Oklahoma, he had like 5 to 6 seconds to throw. I mean, almost every snap, guys. Count it. This guy had like 5 to 6 seconds to throw. He was spoiled with that offensive line. But yet, you can't really say he's a bad player because he has a good offensive line at all. So I'll leave that up to when he plays in the NFL. I invited you, Big Blue News. I invited you. I hope you're on my you're on your the WH God email. That's what I used. That's what I used. I don't know your Big Blue News email. Murray over Haskins. Yeah, it could be. It could be, Bad Dog. Could be. And I think I missed a couple of chats here. I'm gonna go back. Kid Blue, most underrated channel on YouTube. Keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate that, Chris. And it means a lot coming for you, man, because you are one of my favorite YouTubers. I mean, you, Bad Dog, Cop Bizzle, Jet Central. I mean, you guys are up there, man. You guys are. I mean, I cannot. Even when you guys talk about baseball, when you and Bad Dog talk about baseball, I have to watch the videos, man. I don't know a lick about baseball. I want to get into it, but I don't know a lick about baseball. I actually saw. I work for the post office. I actually trained down in Tampa, and I'm right next to the airport, and ironically, the Yankees, played there, and I actually saw Aaron Judge up close. I recorded it and everything. I was like 10 feet away from Aaron Judge. He was batting it up, and that guy is freaking huge, man. That guy is huge. And I also saw Carlos Williams too. I wanted to try to get to talk to Carlos Williams. I want to bring him onto the show. I want to see if I could talk to Carlos Williams. But I've met him. I've met him in the past couple of days. Great stream podcast. They appreciate that, Arthur. Appreciate that. I'm getting so lost in the chat, man. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are having this chat rolling. I apologize if I miss you guys. I'll just do it like this, guys. If I miss you guys' chat, make sure you type it again. Just copy and paste it. I'll be sure to read it, guys. Don't get them for spam, you guys. Don't get them from spam. You should do the stream in Discord so you can drag in people. Yeah, J-Zac, the first time I used Discord was yesterday when we had that phone conversation, man. That was the first time I ever used Discord, so I got to learn how to use it, and I'll get into it. I heard Bovis is in the chat. Chris just said it. My fault. All right. Oh, also Taylor with the $10. Appreciate that, Taylor. Thank you guys for donating. You guys don't even have to do that, but thank you guys so much for doing that with the $10. I appreciate that, my friend. Nice channel, Bad Dog and Chris. Chris, he's coming for your spot. Nah, man, nah. We're all in this together, man. The Giants community is stronger than any other fan base. I'm telling you right now, we all help each other out. We're the type of fan base that never have any problems with each other. We never talk badly about each other. We always support each other. Love the Giants fan base, man. There's no better fan base. Taylor's the best. Yeah, man. Taylor S. I appreciate that, my friend. They should replace Kellerman. Yeah, they should replace Kellerman. Yeah, put me on first take. I will demolish Stephen A. I'm not gonna white knight him. I am white knighting him. I'll demolish Stephen A. If you guys haven't seen my video on Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, make sure you guys watch that. Oh, my bad, Big Blue News. My bad, man. I'm just trying to keep up in the chat. All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to be talking about free agencies, where we might go off a little bit off the topic of the Giants. I want to talk about, because I want to try to keep this as much of the NFL as possible. I am a Yankees fan, Bad Dog. I am. Even though I'm a casual Yankees fan, I'm still a Yankees fan. I grew up watching. I went to a couple of Yankees games as a kid. So I'm a Yankees fan. But I tried to be nice to Ron. Oh, you're talking about Ron Effect? I assume you're talking about Ron Effect, Chris. Yeah, Ron Effect. I'm not going to talk badly about him, but, it is what it is. Listen, Kid Blue. Stephen A. Smith is actually very good analyst, in my opinion. Better than Skip and Shannon. He's better than Skip and Shannon, but that's not saying much. As we have a co-host in the chat here, welcome Big Blue News, aka Ray. His link is in the description below. He's working on making some videos. He's my co-host for this podcast. He was running a little late, but everybody welcome in Ray. Anything to say, Ray?
What up? Yeah, I came late. Life sucks.
Life hits you hard, man. Life hits you hard. But Entertainer just donated. Appreciate that, man. This is a bribe to become a Mets fan. You might have to retract that, Chris. You might have to retract it, man. I gotta be a Yankees fan, man. I can't disrespect the family tradition there, man. Gotta be a Yankees fan. Always grew up. I watched them in the 2009 World Series. So
let me say this before anyone mentions it. This hat, I'm not a fan of them. I like the color. Yeah. I'm a Yankees fan.
Oh man! All right. Finally. Oh yeah, Bovis missed you, man. Bovis missed you. He asked for you and everything. So yeah, you got a butt buddy there.
That's reliable people. I like it.
Chris Donation can't even buy anything at City Field. Yeah, man. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about some NFL news now. If you guys want to talk about AAF, we will later on, but I honestly haven't been paying attention. It's kind of died down a little bit for me. But I do still like to watch it. My Apollos are sticking strong. They're the only undefeated team in the AAF right now. I mean, just saying. I mean, Garrett Gilbert is the next Tom Brady. He is Tom Brady of the AAF. Just saying. But I wanna talk about some topics here. Now that we got Ray here, we're gonna be talking about just join your boy Kid Blue. All right, appreciate that, man. What happened?
They coming out my merch.
Really?
Meet the Mets set.
Gotta sacrifice fashion for fandom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy gonna blow up. I appreciate that, Scott Thomas. I don't know if you're talking about me or anybody, but I appreciate that. Should say hit that red button for Ray. What do you mean by that? Hit the red button. I don't know. Subscribe, of course. Yeah, I'm dumb. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my boy Ray. He's actually my cousin. If you guys didn't know, we're totally different. We're actually 1 year apart, but he's like double the size of me. So
Yes.
But yeah, let's talk about some NFL news going on right now. I was excited to make this podcast today because some crazy stuff going on right now. The franchise tags, Jadeveon Clowney's off the board, and let me get to the thing so I can see you. Jadeveon Clowney's off the board, right? DeMarcus Lawrence is off the board. Frank Clark is off the board. D Ford and Grady Jarrett or Garrett or whatever his name is. I mean, I was expecting these guys to be franchise tag. You don't want to let these type of guys go like Jadeveon Clowney. Why would you let this guy walk without a fight? I mean, exactly. Can you think about if Jadeveon Clowney signed with the Giants? We would have to give up like all of our freaking cap money, but I
do it.
I mean, I do it too, but like Jesus, I mean, we have to give up all our cap money. But I mean, Landon Collins is gone, so the money we save from him, get rid of Olivier Vernon, and then get ourselves Jadeveon Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
But he's off the board, obviously. D Ford was another guy I was interested in, Justin Houston, but they're saying they're in trade talks with Justin Houston. They haven't let him go yet.
Yeah.
So there's that. We look at the trade block right now. We have some interesting guys on the trade block that obviously some Giants fans are going to be interested in, but I'm not interested in. But we could talk about it. Michael Bennett. If Ligma is still in the chat, freaking Michael, he loves Michael Bennett. I mean, he's upset. Ligma said he would trade OBJ and Saquon for Michael Bennett.
He's retarded.
For whatever reason. D Ford is on the trade block. He got franchise tagged, but he's still on the trade block. Yeah. So they franchise tagged him so they could trade him. Duke Johnson is another guy who just got re-signed, is now on the trade block. Antonio Brown, he ain't coming to the Giants, but he's still good to talk about. Jacoby Brissett. A lot of people were talking about Jacoby Brissett. He's interesting. If we were to bridge a quarterback, if we get a quarterback to bridge and then get a quarterback next year, but I'm pretty sure the Giants are going quarterback this year. Dave Gettleman and Pat Shurmur just spoiled it. I mean, and then especially with them signing Alex Tanney yesterday, I think just said they were going to go quarterback this year. And then Derek Carr is they're also shopping Derek Carr. They were shopping him during the scouting combine. So Michael Bennett, D Ford, Duke Johnson. I don't know if you can remember all these guys, but Michael Bennett, D Ford, Duke Johnson, Antonio Brown, Jacoby Brissett, and Derek Carr. Which of these guys do you think can be in the running and the Giants can make a play for him?
Definitely not Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
D Ford, maybe. Hold up.
No problem. Break. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But Entertainment Talking Sports said thoughts on Zadarius Smith. I don't know. He's probably gonna want top pass rusher money, and you guys let me know what do you guys think about Zadarius Smith. But this chat is going right now. This chat is moving.
For real, bro.
I'm happy about it, guys. Just watch Possible Prove You Wrong. Zadarius Smith. I mean, you guys let me know what you guys think about Smith, but I wouldn't mind it whatsoever. Jadeveon Clowney's off the board. I'd go Smith. We need a pass rusher. Just get rid of Olivier Vernon. I'll be so happy. I feel like
if we also get Derek Carr, we definitely not going quarterback because he could be somebody we could build around.
Yeah. But the thing is, Derek Carr. Have you seen his contract? I mean, that dude's contract. Sorry, you guys saw the bad hair today, but that dude's contract is so ridiculous for his production. I like Derek Carr. I do like him, but if he comes to the Giants, he'd have to immediately restructure his contract, and I don't think he would do that. I don't think his agent would be interested in doing that. But if we get Derek Carr and we restructure his contract, okay, that's doable.
Also, someone just brought up about Eric Weddle. Just heard about that today.
Yeah, Eric Weddle, man. I think he's older. He can still provide production. He's gonna be cheap. Be cheap. So I would, if I were the Giants, I would Dave Gettleman. I'd go after Eric Weddle. But I mean, teams that go after veterans that have played very well in the league they're not going to put in a very good, they're not going to stay for very long. Usually, championship teams, like teams that want a championship this year, they're gonna go after those guys. I don't know if the Giants are really going to go after that because they don't really think that. They don't really think that the Giants are really going to do much this season, but
Or they asking what I'm eating.
Yeah, Chris asks what you're eating.
Oh, cornflake. It's rice and beans with corn and pork chops.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
God,
always eating on the street. I just know that.
That sounds so damn good right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starving.
Yeah, I had to cook before I came in here, bro. I was
hungry. The lady I trained with bought me McDonald's today. I was so happy, man.
Damn.
So happy. But she was like, "You want some McDonald's?" I was like, I mean, if you want. I mean, she's like, "It's on the way of the route." I'm like, I mean, okay. I was like, just get me a chicken sandwich. And she said, "Can I have the buttermilk chicken sandwich meal? You want a medium or large?" I just said medium because I didn't want to rob her money or anything. But like, I was like, okay, I'm banking now. But let's see here. Bobby says, yeah, protein.
Yeah, it's protein. I like it.
I'm trying to keep up in the chat, guys. Like I said, if I miss your chat, and if you really want me to see it, go ahead and copy and paste it.
Meet the Mets. I feel like that's discrimination, bro. Like, why you automatically assume it's rice and beans?
Give Blue as Chris as Ray's bad dog. 2 short guys and 2 brothers. Listen, I used to be bigger than I was. Now I lost a lot of weight. I used to be a little bigger than I was, okay? But I'll just say that. Let's just Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah, I talked about Tyrann Mathieu detonator. I would love. I said this. My video did pretty well last year. I was talking about how I really wanted Tyrann Mathieu last season. Now I want Tyrann Mathieu this season. We have a lot of safeties we can go after. If you guys haven't seen Darnell Savage and Saquon Hampton, the rookies, they're like projected in the 2nd to 3rd to 4th to 5th rounds. Both of them. You guys need to watch film on those guys, man. Those guys are really good rookies that we can bring in to replace Curtis Riley and Landon Collins. Jeffrey Simmons, man. Jeffrey Simmons, he tore his ACL, man. But if we could pick him up, if he falls to the 4th round, 5th round, I'm grabbing Jeffrey Simmons. He would fit in perfectly there, right next to Dalvin Tomlinson, and right there at 3 technique defensive tackle, and just play that run stuffing, but yet a pass rushing. I love Jeffrey Simmons, best defensive tackle in the draft. It's unfortunate he got hurt.
Oh yeah, Mark Barron too. I forgot about that. I heard about that.
Oh, what happened to Mark Barron? I heard people were talking about Mark Barron.
They released him.
Oh, okay. Inside linebacker. Okay, but yeah, he's coming from the Rams too. So they Alec Ogletree and Mark Barron, and we'll see what happens there because they got rid of Alec Ogletree for a reason. So I don't know. Oh, is Bobbins leaving? Bobbins leaving. All right, Bobbins. I'll see you later, man. All right, fellas, got some stuff to do. Hopefully, can stop by later. All right, man. We'll see. Yeah, 2nd round. He's worth a shot in my opinion. If you guys want to be a part of the stream, also if you guys want to join the Undrafted Analysts, make sure you guys. I'll be back in 5. Great job. Appreciate that, Chris. Make sure you guys join in later on. I'll be opening up. I'll send my email. Whoever emails me first, I'm gonna allow you guys in the stream, and you guys can talk and put in your 2 cents about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, love Jeffrey Simmons. Yeah, man. All right, so let's get back onto it.
Who's the guy that tore his pec in the combine doing the bench press?
Oh, I think it was a cornerback or a running back. If I'm not mistaken. It's one of those guys. He wasn't a top tier player, so I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, huh?
That's embarrassing, and that's crazy how that happened. To be honest.
Yeah, it is. Little bad dog. Yeah. Bad dog. Tell little bad dog I said what's up, man. What's up? He's probably taller than me already, but tell him I said what's up. Okay, so we have guys. Breaking news, and nobody's talking about this, but the Giants need to get up on this. We have some new releases, guys. Kevin Johnson of the Houston Texans. Kevin Johnson has been a decent cornerback in the NFL. He has struggled to stay healthy. But he's a very good starter when he's healthy. And then we have Timmy Jernigan, who is not going to be his option is not going to be picked up from the Eagles. Timmy Jernigan at defensive tackle and Kevin Johnson. What do you think? I'll start first. Kevin Johnson, sign this guy. Yes, he might want bigger money. He might want bigger money because he's a decent cornerback. He struggles to stay healthy, so I'm sure his agent will understand that when in contract talks. So when it comes to Kevin Johnson, I'd pull the trigger on him. I'd see what he wants. And then when it comes to Timmy Jernigan, we have a hole there at 3-4 defensive end or defensive tackle. It's the same thing in the 4-3 or 3-4, that side of the line where Dalvin Tomlinson used to be 3-4 3 tech. So Timmy Jernigan could fill that in perfectly. So, I mean, what do you think about that?
Sign them both. It also depends on how much they're asking for, which you're not going to ask for a lot. But that we need all the help we could get, bro. At this point, I'll keep saying this. I think I say this every podcast. We need all the help we could get. Those exact words.
Exactly. So, and listen, can anybody do a quick research check? All my viewers out there, quick research check. How old is Timmy Jernigan? I think he's not even 30, right? I don't think he's 30 yet. And then Kevin Johnson is young. He's fresh off his rookie contract. So Kevin Johnson's young. He could be with us for a while. We have Sam Beal coming back, Janoris Jenkins, if we keep him. I mean, that's 26. A solid. How old is he?
26.
Timmy Jernigan's 26?
Yep.
Sign him. Sign them all. Sign them. Kevin Johnson, Timmy Jernigan. Sign those two guys. They just got released today. We'll see what happens. Like I said, March 13th is all the free agency frenzy. I may do a live stream if you want to join in that. I don't know what time that's going to be, but I'm going to do a live stream on free agency, and we can all talk about it together.
I'm with it.
But yeah, Timmy Jernigan, Kevin Johnson, definitely some guys I want to bring in. Definitely, I'll throw a contract at them. I'll just see what happens from there if they're interested. But I think they would be great fits here in New York. What they say? Eagles fans, they could sign everybody. Yeah, but look, they had the dream team. They try to sign everybody. Look how that turned out with the damn dream team with Michael Vick and everybody. Or was the dream team with Michael Vick or Donovan McNabb? I can't remember. Yeah, so now we talked about all our topics. If you guys want to bring up anything else, make sure you guys leave it in the comments. We'll talk about it. One Giant Rebuttal said, give me Jamar Summers from Birmingham Iron. This dude can play. I haven't seen much about Jamar Summers, but I'll take your word for it, my friend. I've seen your videos, and you do like Jamar Summers. By the way, I'm at a loss for words right now because my mother is cooking right now, and it smells very good.
So I'll say hi.
Yeah, I'm starving. Ray said hi, by the way. But yeah. Back on to let's talk about the combine, man. You watched the combine?
Yeah, I was watching like little bits and pieces because
I couldn't watch the whole thing either. It's hard to watch the whole thing because everybody has plans.
Yeah, but I definitely watched like the top people. Like I watched it live and I watched it again just to like make sure I processed it right. But I thought someone was gonna beat John Ross's record, to be honest.
This is one of the best combines I've ever seen. I mean, every single position group was phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, great. And then this last year I'll admit I was going by what other people said. Last year, everybody was saying this draft was going to be bad. That it was just defensive players, the offensive players were bad, and all that stuff. They're wrong. They're wrong. The only problem I have with the offensive players, there's no clear-cut running back in this draft. Josh Jacobs is a borderline first pick to second round pick, just because a lot, his production was great, but he barely played because Damian Harris was in front of him and stuff like that. But there's no like Ezekiel Elliott or Saquon Barkley in this draft. We talk about the wide receivers, DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. But the thing is about DK Metcalf, he's not a route runner. He's a guy that's going to run straight at the middle. Trust me, I would pick him up in the first round. Trust me, I would do it. But my problem is Ole Miss runs a very vertical scheme. I mean, that's why Evan Ingram in Ole Miss, he was very successful over there. It was just very vertical. Watch AJ Brown and watch DK Metcalf on street and DeMarcus Lodge. All three of those receivers are in this draft from Ole Miss. They all run in a straight line. That's all they do. They run in a straight line, and they're freaking good at it. So if you need a guy like DK Metcalf that can be that, in his prime, that, Plaxico Burress in his prime, that Des Bryant in his prime to catch those 50-50 balls, DK Metcalf is your guy. He has very good hands. He's a burner. He ran a 4.33 in the combine. A 4.33 in the combine. And he's 230 pounds. The guy is did you see him doing the gauntlet drill?
Yeah.
He looked like a linebacker doing the gauntlet drill. Oh. I thought this dude looked like a defensive end doing the gauntlet drill. Hollywood Brown, best wide receiver in the draft. Bad Dog, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hollywood Brown did not participate in the combine. Did he? Or is he hurt? I didn't see him in the combine. I was actually looking for him, but I forgot about it at the end. Let me know, Bad Dog. He's an Oklahoma fan, so he would know. I don't think he participated, but I wanted to see him, and I completely agree with him. Hollywood Brown is the best wide receiver in the draft because he has that mixture of speed. He's that slot guy. I'm pretty sure you could probably throw him on the outside. He's like a Sterling Shepard 2.0 type guy.
So do you think Hollywood Brown would have had the fastest 40 time if he would have went to the combine?
No, I think DK Metcalf's faster. But the thing is, Hollywood Brown is more slippery. He's more slippery, way better route runner. I mean, Hollywood Brown runs some really good routes. Good hands, knows how to get past the defense. DK Metcalf is like, hey, when I say hike, just run in a straight line. That's what you say to DK Metcalf. So if I'm interested in DK Metcalf, like the Buffalo Bills I believe they have the 8th pick. That's a little high for DK Metcalf. A little bit high.
You think?
Yes, it's extremely high. He's not a route runner, and he's not, he did good with Ole Miss, but he's just not, one of those NFL wide receivers. He's a college wide receiver. DK Metcalf is like, I got to see him run routes. His pro day, we'll get to see that. Like John Ross, everybody was like, he just runs in a straight line, just like DK Metcalf. But in his pro day, he ran some freaking good routes. So DK Metcalf, we'll be able to see what he does there. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, if I'm the Carolina Panthers, if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, if I'm the Buffalo Bills, these are the guys that are going to be in the running for DK Metcalf. If I'm those three teams, I'm asking DK Metcalf. I'm going to be at his pro day and saying, hey, how does he run those dig routes? How does he run those post corners? How does he run those things to really shake up a defense? Those post corner routes, the C routes, the sluggos, those type of routes, especially for a big wide receiver like him. Those routes I'm really looking forward from DK Metcalf. But let's see if he can do it. Oh yeah, Hollywood Brown is AB's cousin, so he has some veteran knowledge there. So he has some mentorship there, and I listen. Hollywood Brown is going to be a fantastic player. I just wish he could have played in the he could have performed in the combine. Otherwise, he'd be a first round pick. But I assume people are going to get him in the 2nd to 3rd round. But we'll see what happens. I think getting a sidekick commentator is working great. But he should be wearing Giants. But did I tell you? Listen,
I got you right now.
It's just a fan. They like to see that. This isn't a Giants shirt, by the way. This is my work shirt. I work for the post office, by the way. Don't find me. I'm not gonna say where I live, but I'm a mailman. So, I just think it matches perfectly with the hat. So, yeah. Appreciate that, Russell, by the way. Yeah, he's great co-host. This is actually his first time being on camera too. He's never on camera. He doesn't have a video. He has a channel, but doesn't make videos. He's doing a great job so far. Devin White, the top 5 of the draft. All right, listen, I want to talk about Devin White now. All right, so I want to talk about Devin White now because Bad Dog mentioned it earlier, and I said I would talk about it. How you know so much? Are you a vampire? You look 14, but you're probably really 700 years old. Listen, when it comes to football, I love I eat, sleep, breathe football. I'm telling you guys, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm looking at articles, I'm watching film, doing all that stuff, guys. I love football. So that's how I know so much. You just got to be dedicated. But let's talk about Devin White now. Devin Smith. That's the wide receiver from Ohio State a couple years ago. But Devin White, he played great in the he ran a good combine. He ran a good 42, if I'm not mistaken, like 4.4s in the 4.4s, right? 4.4s, 4.5s. Ran a great combine. I had a great combine. But did you see Devin Bush? Devin Bush had probably the better of the linebackers in the combine, and he's a 2nd round guy. You look at Trayvon Coney, he's a 2nd round guy. Both those guys can slip up into the 1st round at any given moment. Maybe in the draft, somebody reaches up for him. But to me, I'm going to get my edge rusher or I'm going to get my quarterback, and then I'll go inside linebacker, get a guy like Devin Bush, just because the value is that, the value. Devin White still has some issues. Like, he's very raw. But I love Devin White. Trust me, he's worth a top 10 pick. But at the same time, I'd rather go edge rusher or quarterback. But that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I don't want to go quarterback. I don't know why. Like I was saying in the beginning that I wouldn't mind, but we need an edge rusher. I feel like Dwayne Haskins is good and all that, but to get out, I don't know. I think I'm
I mean,
just
I'm drooling over what Dwayne Haskins in the combat. I'll be completely honest. You call me a fangirl, call me a fangirl, whatever. But I'm drooling
like
over.
he did good in the combine, but
Yeah,
like I think next year's quarterback class is going to be better than this one. So
yeah. But Dave Gettleman said it himself. He said, "You don't wait if you see a position of need and you got your guy there. You don't wait next year to grab your guy. You go this year." That's what he said he said that in the press conference, but he didn't say at which position. But I assume he's meaning quarterback.
yeah.
Yeah. So you have a different opinion than I do, and I want you to share that because I'm of the belief that we should get a quarterback now. But if the right quarterback is there, but I really like Montez Sweat. I'm drooling over Montez Sweat too.
Bro.
If you guys haven't watched my 7-round mock draft, make sure you guys watch that. I think I did a very good 7-round mock draft. Make sure you guys watch that. It's a different opinion. But I want a quarterback this draft. You don't. So tell me your plan for next year. Like as far as quarterbacks go, like tell me your plan. Since we don't pick up a quarterback now, tell me your plan next year. So you get just the viewers can know.
All right, so my plan is first round we get Montez Sweat. I was drilling over too after that combine.
I convinced you.
You convinced
Montez
me.
Sweat is my
bro.
guy, man. My guy.
Yo, he's a monster, bro. So definitely get him. And my plan was just to be build the O line, see if we build the O line and Eli's still doing bad, then he gotta go. I'm hoping they restructure his contract this season. Because,
yeah, me too. I think that's a very good possibility.
Yeah, I hope so, because if we got rid of Landon and we keep in Eli with that same salary, then we just stupid. But definitely build the O-line and see what Eli could do, because Eli, like I told you, I think Eli still got something left in the tank. And the O-line was doing terrible, so we can't really put it all on Eli. But say we just work on our defense, get a little bit of our offense. I don't know if we're gonna get a tackle in the draft. If we don't, we need to get somebody for free agency. I don't know if Juwan James is still available.
Yeah. The free agency starts the 13th.
Yeah,
so it's right around the corner, man. I'm freaking pumped. I'm pumped.
Yeah, for real, bro. For real. So hopefully we get somebody, bro, because the more people we get in free agency, the less positions we will need for the draft. So definitely I want a wide receiver, like a big, strong, like go up and get a receiver, because we don't have that.
There's a guy later on in the draft, 4th round projection. Miles Boykin actually had a very good vertical jump, and he's 6'4". So I mean, that's a guy we can look at in possibly the 4th round. We have 2 4th round picks. So also Adele Wally. I saw what you said, bro. You said Adrian Amos. You said Kid Blue answer us, but yeah, you said Adrian Amos. Let's talk about Adrian Amos. I would love Adrian Amos on the Giants.
Hell yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, is he worth that $10 million range? Because that's what he's going to be asking for. You think he's worth it?
Not really. I don't think so. But
yeah, we'll see what Adrian Amos. I like Adrian Amos, but he's gonna want that. Listen, if we can get it for $8 to $9 million, I'd give him a shot. I give him a shot.
Yeah. $8 million is good, I think. My fault. I was looking at the comments because I seen someone said they want Darrell Williams instead of Juwan James.
Yeah, I kind of want Darrell Williams instead of Juwan James too.
All right, the reason I say I want Juwan James is because he started in more games and he has less injuries than Darrell Williams, and I think they're the same age. But I feel like Juwan James has more experience than Darrell Williams, and also he's more. If you get injured more, I don't think you're reliable. So I say Juwan James is more reliable than Darrell Williams because he hasn't got that many injuries. Same age, so it's not a factor in age, and he has more experience. So I just think we should get Juwan James. But either way,
I like that. Yeah, I like that. And that was good that you mentioned that. I actually didn't even know that they were same age and the injury history and stuff like that. So good job there.
Yes, been doing my homework.
Yeah, Sam Beal, huge key to next year's team. Yes, listen, the secondary, the cornerback spot more specifically.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The cornerbacks, their success is going to rely on Sam Beal. not Janoris Jenkins, not Janoris Jenkins, Sam Beal. Because if Sam Beal plays well, we might be saying goodbye to Janoris Jenkins and then try to build our cornerbacks from there. But if Sam Beal is just an average player, we're going to keep Janoris Jenkins and pay that full $14 million. To me, I'd probably just keep Janoris anyway, just to live out his because it'll be $7 million a dead cap, and then $7 million we save, so you're kind of cutting it even. So it is what it is from there. But I'd probably keep Janoris Jenkins, then cut him next year because I think it's like a $2 million cap hit next year, so wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But Sam Beal determines how this cornerback core will be shaped because we don't know what we're getting from Sam Beal. The first day of practice, he got hurt. So I'm very excited. Very excited. I watched Sam Beal on film too. I really like him.
Do you think we're gonna make a play at Andrew Adams or Darian Thompson?
Yeah, I talked about that later, earlier in the stream, and I want them back. I want Andrew Adams more than Darian Thompson though. Even though I'm a Boise State guy. Yeah. Damn.
What did I miss? What you talked about all the topics on the list?
Yeah, I talked about Josh. We didn't have too much on the topic sheet. We talked about Landon Collins, and then Josh Rosen being shopped, and then when you came in, that's when we started talking about the franchise tags, trade blocks, releases, things like that.
They're coming at me, bro. I've got to.
What did they say?
Peter said, for me to put my black cap back on, you look funny in that Santa elf cap you're wearing. Listen, it says Giants on it, okay?
No, don't listen to Bro Keely. He's a Cowboys fan. He's just trying to mess with you. Okay. Yeah, he didn't want to see the NY on there.
we don't listen to your con.
We should get Golden from the Cardinals. Is that Britton Golden, Adel Wally? I don't really care about Britton Golden. Marcus Golden. Yes, Marcus Golden. I was going to bring him up. Listen, this is a guy, Marcus Golden. This is a guy that really came on. And did he have 7 sacks at Del Wally? I don't think so. I think he had like 4 sacks like that. He hasn't produced ever since his I believe, rookie or sophomore year, in which he had 11.5 sacks for the Cardinals. But he hasn't done much. He hasn't done much ever since then. So, Marcus Golden, if we get a good contract for him, $5 million, somewhere around like what we're giving Kareem Martin. I think we're giving Kareem Martin $5 million. If we cut Kareem Martin and bring in Marcus Golden, what do you think about that?
I'm looking at stats right now because I heard about him, but I don't know too much about him.
He's had one great year and hasn't been up to that level ever since then. That's why a lot of people are just saying, they're just bringing him as a regular. He was known as like an elite pass rusher back in his sophomore season, but that was it from there.
Yeah, because he has 19 total sacks in his career. He was drafted in 2015 draft.
NYG31's in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Kid Blue,
but we need, like I said, we know the help we can get. So
yeah. Oh, Nations just brought up something great, and we talked about both of these players, but think about them together: Eric Weddle and Adrian Amos.
Yeah, bro.
That would be awesome. Awesome. At 88 subs, I'm gonna post a video proving how the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. Sexy Go, you were just last week talking about how the Cowboys aren't going to compete for the next 2 years. I'm exposing you right now. Freaking Cowboy fans, man. Annoying. I still love you, Sexy Goat. In 2020, he just typed that. In 2020.
He made sure to put that in there.
Yeah. We should go after Eric Weddle. I really want Eric Weddle. Okay. So Kid Blue, which free agent pass rusher would you choose? And that's a great question. Let's go to Spot Rack right now and talk about pass rushers. I also want to talk about the draft too. Listen, the guys I was talking about in my mock draft, guys, if you guys haven't watched it already, please watch it. And also, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to my guy Ray. Link is in the description below. Also, like the stream. Got 39 likes, guys. That's definitely we definitely just hit a record right there. Let's make that record even harder to reach next week. Let's make that record even harder. Let's get it to like 45, 50. So
sub to me for mukbang videos and me just eating, yo.
Mukbang videos. But some guys I really liked, especially in the safeties. Darnell Savage ran a very good 40. I believe he ran like a 4.43 to 4.40. Darnell Savage, he ran a 4.37 40. Fantastic 40 time from a safety. He's a smaller guy. He's about 5'9", 5'10", like a Tyrann Mathieu type guy. He's a guy you put in the slot, just like Tyrann Mathieu, slot cornerback, box safety, a guy that you also bring back. I mean, just like a Budda Baker and Tyrann Mathieu 2.0 right there. Mm-hmm. Darnell Savage can be a very good player in this league, and he proved that in the combine. He definitely, didn't make me look bad. When I watched him at the combine, he did very well. Saquon Hampton, a very good box, strong safety that is going to be another guy in the third or fourth round, or fifth round if he falls that far. But he did very well in the combine too. I believe he ran a 4.5 or 4.6, which is another very good time for a safety. If you get a safety that runs anywhere, probably the lowest, probably the highest, like a 4.75, that's a good time from a safety. Is a good time from a safety. If it's a big safety, like one of those linebacker type safeties, and he runs a 4.8, that's still good.
I was watching his. I was watching him in the. Thank you, Chris, for the sub. You know, I know you like mukbang and eating videos, so you have to come through and sub. I'll just
yeah, man. But yeah, make sure you guys like the video as well. But let's start opening up. We talked about the draft. We talked about all our topics, guys. I'm going to put my email in the comment section below. If you guys want to join in, I'll go in consecutive order. If you guys want to join in, go ahead and email this account here. And whoever's first, I'm going to go in consecutive order. Whoever's first, you guys can join in. Doing good, man. Love the eating vids. You guys could go ahead and email that account where I'll be opening up basically, if you want to say the phone lines, and we'll be going on from there. Rogue Dog says Dak Squirt Scott.
I said my prediction for the next season is gonna be 9-7. I think that's what I said, right? 9-7. Yeah, I said 9-7.
Oh yeah. You said 9-7 exactly. Yeah. I said between 7 to 10 wins.
Yeah.
So 7 to 10 wins, and not any higher, not any lower.
Yeah.
I think next year we lose to the Bills. The Bills are coming up, man.
Hell yeah.
The Bills are coming up, man. Listen, the Bills have such a good situation right now. We were just about to talk about pass rushers, and I completely forgot about that. I have Spot Rack open. We could talk about that with our callers and stuff like that. I'm gonna open up my email right now. But
did you talk about Kyler Murray in the stream?
No, not yet.
Okay.
You want to talk about Kyler Murray? You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I want y'all to know this kid got hands like this. His hands is big, bro. For a little guy, his hands is big.
Yeah, his hands are huge, man. Hands are freaking ginormous. He could play in that cold weather.
Yeah, because he's what they measured him as 5'10" and a half or something.
5'10" and 1/8, I think.
Oh,
so he just barely hit 5'10". He probably tippy toeing, but
yeah,
he just barely hit 5'10". But I was just talking about the Bills. The Bills they just released Charles Clay, so they opened up another $4 million in cap. So they have roughly, and they signed some other guys. They have $78 million in cap, and their defense is top 5 already. Their offense is pretty good as it is. Their offensive line needs a little bit of work, not too much. Needs a little bit of work. They need wide receivers. They need tight ends. They need a running back. Listen, they could, with $78 million, they could fix that offense quickly.
Yeah,
and they have nobody. They have no free agents. All their free agents are backup to garbage players. I looked at their free agents. They have nobody there worth like you need to keep them. So the Bills are they're setting themselves up for success right now.
Yeah,
their front office, got to give a round of applause to that front office, man. They're really doing a great job. Let's see here.
And I feel like they're gonna be the ones to pick up DK Metcalf, to be honest. So
the Bills, yeah. And also, I projected them to pick up Tyrell Williams too, the free agent wide receiver. If the Giants will pick him up, we'll see there. But like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in coming onto the show for about 3 to 4 minutes, not gonna have you on for too long. 3 to 4 minutes. I ask you that you keep your camera off. Unless you're like one of those, with all your respect, if you're a big name, trustworthy YouTuber, like Bad Dog, like Chris, or anybody like that, OGR, you guys can put your cameras on. But anybody else, I ask you, just please don't put on your camera.
Jaguars getting Metcalf in my mock. That's possible too, because at first everybody was saying that Kyler Murray was going to go to the Jags, but he's definitely going first pick. So
That's a really, really good take, Chris, because I don't think anybody has that. I don't think
yeah,
anybody has that. So that's a really good take, man. I love looking at interesting mock drafts because odds are nobody's mock draft is right, and the interesting mock drafts are all like, different picks, like DK Metcalf going to the Jaguars. That happens in the real draft. So when people be like, "Oh, why would you have that player going into that team?" It could happen. So that's awesome, man. That's why I love listening to Kid Blue. Football. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. He's reading off the script. I'm not reading off the script. You guys can look at me right now. I'm not. I pride myself in no scripts. Pride myself. They need to get Foles a weapon. Yeah, it's a done deal already. Foles is going to the Jaguars. It's done. It's done. Foles is a Jaguar now, man. Well, of course, nothing's official until the 13th, but everybody's saying it's official. What record do you think the Cowboys will have next year?
0-16.
-1-17.
I like that. That's more accurate. That sounds more accurate.
That sounds more accurate. Yeah. -1-17 sounds viable, but honestly, they might win a division next year. They might go 10-6 next year. 10-6, 11-5.
11-5.
Yeah, 10-6, 11-5. I could see that. The Cowboys, I legitimately have a shot at winning the division again next year. Be unbiased. I am Sexy Go. That's unbiased as I can be, my friend. And Bortles to the AAF. If Bortles goes to the AAF next season, dude, oh man, he ain't going back in the NFL. Y'all sound like Stephen A. Smith. How do I sound like Stephen A. Smith?
Because we're talking about the Giants.
Oh,
I mean, the Cowboys.
I'm talking bad about the Cowboys? Yeah. I don't think Giants get O-line in the first rounds because, I think like I said, I think we're gonna get our guard and we're gonna get our tackles in free agency. But the reason why I keep mocking them to the mocking them to the Giants in my mock drafts, these offensive tackles, is because we don't know yet. So, you want to do a joint mock draft soon? I gotta get. Yeah, man, I'm up for it. I told you already. If you could do another one of those, I'd be willing to do another joint mock draft, man. I would. That would be such a fun experience, man. Especially that would be my first time. That would be my first time meeting Jet Central and Rover in a call. Like I've only communicated with them. I haven't talked to them personally. So that would be a fantastic opportunity. I would love that, Chris. Love it.
When they do a joint mock, do they do like a first round mock or just the whole?
A whole first round mock, and they say their picks. We're in a big voice video call.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I don't know how he does it, but I don't know how he edits that together. But it's just like we take turns being GMs. Like every four, you're basically, if you have four people, you have every four picks.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So Sexy Go says the Kid Blue is adorable. I mean, yeah, my mom says that too. So I'm adorable.
I hear it in the background.
You heard nothing. You heard nothing. Oh man. Yeah, Sexy Go. Burl says, Sexy Go. What about Ramon?
For real, no love to me, yo. That's crazy.
Well, I haven't got any emails yet, so I guess, like I said, I don't think nobody wants to go through that whole work of emailing me to get on the show. But don't worry, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna get my Discord going. You guys can call in and stuff like that. It'll be much easier for you guys to join in. But yeah, let's talk about pass rushers. I'll go into Edge right now.
Thank you, Sexy Go. I appreciate it, man. That's all I wanted to hear, bro. This is why I joined the stream, to hear this.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He's like, Ramon is also adorable.
All right, let's go to edge rushers.
Did you finish what you were saying about the edge rushers?
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. All right, so we got our edge rushers here. Listen, the top guys are not very good because they were good, but they're old. So Brooks Reed already got signed to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel Ansah is going to be let go. He's 30 years old, but he doesn't fit our scheme. He's a defensive end. He's a 4-3 defensive end, so that's not on our list. Clay Matthews, 33. Don't want him. Cameron Wake, 37. God, no. Andre Branch is there from Miami. I think he's a 4-3 defensive end. I don't think he's 3-4. Vinny Curry's there from Tampa Bay. He's a 4-3 guy. Derek Morgan, 33 years old. No. KJ Wright, he's a. Why did they put KJ Wright as an edge rusher? I'm looking up edge rusher. Did I put the right thing? I put an edge rusher. KJ Wright's not a freaking edge rusher. Let's see here. Oh, Dante Fowler, 25 years old. Dante Fowler, former 3rd overall pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he would be very interesting to bring in as a linebacker. He is a linebacker. They put him as a defensive end in the NFL, but he's more suited for a linebacker. He's got that lanky build the outside linebackers have. Another guy, let's see here. Aaron Lynch, no. Anthony Barr would be good, but he will be an inside linebacker in a 3-4. Shaquille Barrett from Denver, 26 years old, not bad because he kind of got shooed out of there because of Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. So really, my only options right now, man. Let's see, Anthony Chickillo. Okay, so we got Zadarius Smith. Let's say this: we got Zadarius Smith. We could trade for D Ford. We have who is it? Dante Fowler. And that's pretty much it. There's no other guys I want. I would trade for D Ford. I send you email 31. All right, 31. Let's see.
What is it called? If they send you an email and it's not working, I'm gonna put my email so they could just email me and I'll send them the link.
Yeah. Let's see here because I'm not getting any emails from anybody. I don't know let me know if you guys wanted to join the stream, guys, and the emails are going through. Because I had a problem last time. And I couldn't get a viewer in. He wanted to come in. I couldn't get him in. Did you say Preston Smith? No, it's Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith, Chris. But yeah, Zadarius Smith, D Ford, because he got franchise tag, but we could trade for him if that opportunity presents itself. And the last guy I would want is Dante Fowler. That's pretty much it at edge rusher. Maybe Marcus Golden, but edge rushers I really don't have anybody in mind that I really want in this free agent class. I want to find one in the draft. What about Trey Flowers? Trey Flowers is a 4-3 defensive end. He's not going to fit our scheme where we need him at. But what happened?
I was going to say, so in your opinion, what positions do you think we should go for in free agency? Like putting aside the combine, like who are we gonna pick for the combine? Like what positions do you think we should grab in free agency?
Okay, well, I'd like if we can get him. We're not gonna get him for cheap money, but Anthony Barr is a good fit next to Alec Ogletree. Yeah, Anthony Barr there, but he's gonna want some big money. Close to Alec Ogletree money. So I'll just say no to him. There was another inside linebacker I was looking at. I can't remember his name. I was talking about him before last week. But then we have cornerback. I want Kevin Johnson for cornerback. And then safeties. What happened? Oh my God, freaking Christian. But
yeah, just because you said that, I knew it was him.
Safeties, I want. Listen, Eric Weddle, Tyrann Mathieu. Adrian Amos, you can't go wrong with any of those guys. But Eric Weddle is a guy you only signed for 1 or 2 years. You got to make a run now. So probably Adrian Amos, and I'll narrow it down to Adrian Amos and Tyrann Mathieu. That's if we don't really like a guy in the draft. Mm-hmm. Those 2 guys I would like. But I'm just naming off the top of my head. But the free agents I want, the positions I want in free agency, no ifs, ands, or buts, is offensive line, guard, and tackle. Yeah, all these other things, it's all speculation, but guards and tackles, that is what I want. That is what I want in free agency. I would be happy if we literally just went guards and tackles, and maybe we picked up a running back.
Yeah. Right now, I think we good on running back, but that's just something like just to have because we good with Wayne Gallman. I love Wayne Gallman, bro.
Yeah, but
He's like the
the thing
best
is,
back.
I want a third guy. I want a third running back because Saquon Barkley is going to get to that point where he's really fatigued. They're not using Wayne Gallman like they should. We had only
Mhm.
two running backs on the roster. Like, what team has freaking two running backs on the roster all season? I can't
Yeah.
believe we didn't promote somebody from the practice squad. But yeah, I want like that's the reason. Listen, Saquon Barkley ran for 1,300 yards, had like a crap load of touchdowns, and we were still like 20th in the league in rushing because we're not able to have a three-headed monster or even a two-headed monster. I want something like the Saints have. I want an
No.
Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram type of connection. Saquon Barkley will still get his reps, still get his touches and stuff like that. But I want Wayne Gallman incorporated more, and I want to bring in somebody that Jonathan Stewart was supposed to be. I want that bowling ball type guy to get those hard fought third downs, those hard fought touchdowns, things like that. I want a three-headed monster.
Yeah. I was about to say that since you said we don't have really a two-headed monster. I feel like if we used Wayne Gallman more, that could happen because Wayne Gallman he doesn't get the amount of touches that he should be getting. So when he does get the ball, he's always making plays. I've noticed this season that he's always getting first downs, and I don't know if they got something against him because they take him out like after one run or something, and it's not like he's getting
he has like
stopped.
2 carries a game.
Yeah, it's like, and it's not like he's getting stopped or doing bad. He's doing good, but they just take him out. I don't know why.
Yeah,
So
I don't get that. But NYG31, you're the only one to send an email, my friend, so you will be on just like last time. Just like last time. All right, so let's bring him on. I'll bring you on. Elijah Penny is good. Yeah, but Elijah Penny is not a running back. He's a fullback. He's our fullback. They when you look at him on the Giants website and stuff like that, you'll say running back, but he's a fullback. He's not a running back.
Yeah.
Because that's what fullbacks are. They're pretty much running backs. Let me grab this link. Control. But yeah, man, how was your day? How was your day so far?
Bro, so hectic.
Really?
I'm still in like midterms week, so I still had a bunch of assignments to turn in, and and I went to Manhattan because I had to go to the NYPD police headquarters as a trip or something. So I got home. I asked you about the stream and stuff. I was looking at some of the combine information and stuff, and then I fell asleep for like 30 minutes, bro. Fell asleep for 30 minutes.
Man, oh yeah. So I want to get your thoughts because we talked about this before you got here. I want to get your thoughts on the whole trading Josh Rosen for Kyler Murray, like giving up on Josh Rosen, and like it's just like it feels like a Madden move to me. Like, what do you think about? I want to get your thoughts on that.
That's a smart move. That is
You're
really
saying
a smart move.
It's so un NFL like though. Like
it is. But I feel like
I'm playing Madden right now.
Yeah. But I feel like they knew it had to be done, and they know that Josh Rosen isn't really doing, which they're not really giving him a chance, but he's not really doing good. So they're trying to get whatever they can get for him for now, so they could pick up that Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray is kind of being viewed as how Saquon was, that he's the best person in that draft, and he's a need to get player. So they're trying to have they're trying to like be able to get him by getting rid of Josh Rosen because to be honest, they would have kept it out stupid. But I feel like going for him is smart, but is a risk also. So I'm kind of on the what is it called? I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, bro. I'm tired, but I feel like the fence about it, yeah. So I feel like it's smart, but obviously there's a risk to it, and I feel like with the whole thing we were saying about him being adjusted to the whole NFL play, and because they're gonna start him automatically, so he's gonna have to like get used to it once he gets on that field. So it's a risk. I don't think they're gonna be going for anything this season, but by next season, once he gets the hang of the Cardinals' offense, he should be good.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, in the long run,
I'm not saying he's Saquon. I'm saying that he's a great player that everyone's talking about. Like Saquon, everybody was like, yeah, he's one of the best players in the draft right now, and he needs to be drafted early in the first round. That's what Kyler Murray is right now. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody, like, even though a lot of people's complaining about his height, everybody's loving his stats and his play style and everything. Like it went from people talking crap about him to him being one of the best players in the draft right now without even going to the combine. So,
but to me, I just think it's a bad look from the Cardinals. Like that shows their. Now, listen, I'll say it right now. If they, I probably would do it too. I mean, I probably would do it too. But like, I probably wouldn't have thought about it just because that's just not what happens in the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if I have Josh Rosen, I'm like, okay, I'm not going out the quarterback this year. I have my franchise guy. Kyler Murray definitely has a high. I think right off the bat he's going to be better than Josh Rosen. But I mean, the floor is even lower for Kyler Murray. I mean, you could have a situation where he gets knocked out of the league. You know, so you know we'll see what happens. And for the Washington Redskins, there's a perfect opportunity to get Josh Rosen. They need a quarterback now, and Josh Rosen has 1 year of experience in the NFL, and he's going to a better team in Washington. It'll be, I mean, for Josh Rosen and the Washington Redskins are a match made in heaven right now. So they're the front runners right now for Josh Rosen. So Jeffrey Abbey says can only have 53-man roster, adding a third running back and having a fullback too. Jeffrey, we for the past 5 years we had 3 running backs and a fullback. The same thing. Past 5 years we had that. And a lot of teams do that too. A lot of teams do that. You look at the 49ers, you look at a couple of other guys that have fullbacks. The Chiefs always have 3 running backs and a fullback. The 49ers, the Vikings, who else? The Atlanta Falcons, bunch of guys. Jaguars should take him. No, Jaguars shouldn't take him just because Nick Foles is going. Nick Foles is going to Jacksonville.
What's it called?
It was adorable. Actually, got like $2,000 in super chats. What?
He's saying that you was doing a strip show and you got $2,000.
Oh, I mean, money talks. You know, money talks.
Exactly. What is it called? Sorry, but I definitely gotta go right now. So.
Oh, you gotta go? Okay.
Yeah, because I gotta go to something tomorrow, and I gotta stay over my mom's house. Because
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll explain to you in text. But I'll say bye to everybody because y'all was good without me, so don't worry. I have to show my face because the show didn't start without me, but it's gonna continue without me. All right. So make sure y'all leave a like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all comment. After this video, you can share it after the stream. I mean, you can share it to all your friends so they can see. And yeah,
appreciate you, man. Everybody's saying bye to you. Oh man, that's so cute.
I love all y'all.
Everybody loves you, man.
I love all of y'all. Well, I'll change my hat before I leave.
What happened? I'll change your hat before you leave. NYG31, I sent you the link already like 10 minutes ago, man.
Yes.
Damn, everybody's saying bye to you, man. Loved, very loved. They're very loved. Bobbit loves you, man. Bobbit loves you.
Yes, I love all of you, Jared. Yes.
Bro said that you forgot dessert.
Oh, I did though, actually, yeah. But this is my dessert. This is we won't speak about this, but yeah.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's going on, NYG31?
I just now got the email, man, because I was like sending you the email twice.
Yeah.
And you didn't respond. I was like, okay, I'm gonna chat in the comments, and then you finally like, I sent you the email. How about this kid Dwayne Haskins, man? Because I heard like reports like before he couldn't throw.
Oh, by the way, Ray, if you need to go, just go, bro.
No, I'm gonna go right now. I want to chaperone a little bit, make sure y'all on topic, and I'm making sure I say bye to everybody.
I'm
sorry, NYG.
I try to be on topic, but sometimes I just talk about random stuff about the Giants and all that, and stuff. So
you're talking about Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah, I was saying like, people saying he can't throw the deep ball. He's not accurate. He can't throw the intermediate ball. But when I saw him at the combine, he looked terrific. He looked like he could be a franchise quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, he did miss some throws. A lot of people
miss some throws, but you know
is not going to miss a throw. He missed an out route. Okay, I mean,
any quarterback that comes in the combine will miss those type of throws.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know he had a big arm too. So I was like, okay, we gotta pick him 6 overall. I don't care about any pass rusher in the top 10. We gotta get a quarterback now.
Oh, so you want a quarterback? You want a quarterback that you're
now.
done deal quarterback?
Exactly, a done deal. Exactly, a done deal. I'm like, that's it. You can't pick a pass rusher in the first round. You gotta pick one in the second round. And
so tell me this, man. Picks, I got a trick question for you. I got a tricky one for you.
Oh,
you ready? You ready?
I don't know about that though. I don't know about this tricky one.
All right, say this will never happen. But say this. I just want to tease your brain a little bit. Okay, say at number 6, right? Say at number 6, or maybe we even trade up like to the 3rd or 2nd spot. Say there's an opportunity. There's Kyler Murray, there's Dwayne Haskins, and there's Nick Bosa. Who do you go? You said you just want a quarterback. You said you just want a quarterback.
I do. I mean, Kyle Murray is like kind of too short. I know he's Russell Wilson's height, but at the same time, I mean, if we pick him high, he's going to see the field. You know, he's too short for me.
Listen, he's like a couple of inches. I'm 5'10.86.
Really?
Yeah. So he's not that shorter than me. So I can see over people. So I feel like he's not gonna really have a problem. It's just I don't know, because he's used like what my cousin was saying. He said that he's used to having a lot of time in the pocket. So like his line and his team, he was having 5 to 6 seconds in the pocket. So I feel like that's gonna be his main issue, because he's not really good at I don't think he is. I'm not gonna say he isn't, but that's my opinion, that he's not really good at reading the field too much because of his height.
I agree because he's too much of a tuck and run type guy.
Yeah.
First read isn't there.
Mr. Bad Dog likes him though.
Bad Dog. Look, listen, it's fair to love Kyler Murray. I mean, there's a lot to love about Kyler Murray. But remember, Bad Dog watches him every Saturday because he's a Oklahoma fan, so he knows like he's had enough to watch from him. He's watched him, 3 hours a day every Saturday. And
he's been raving about Kyler Murray on streams on his videos. I'm like, really? You really want Kyler Murray this bad? But what if he gets hurt and then don't play again? And then we got to go back and find another quarterback.
Yeah, it is a possibility. It is and that's not something to just put aside. There is a possibility that he can be just knocked out of the league.
Right.
His structure, he's small.
I mean, a lot of people's not sold on him. As a top 10 pick. He's more like a mid-round pick, though.
I like. He said, "How do I hang up?" All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Take it easy, Raymond.
Yeah, but I like Kyler Murray. I think he's a legitimate first-round pick. But anything else you want to say, man? Because I got some other people ready to come in.
Yeah. Do I have anything else to say? What about the defensive line or defensive backs? I didn't really see the combine those, but
the defensive line was very, very good, very impressive.
Well, it's a deep draft anyway, but this guy Bradbury, whoever from NC State, I know he's not a defensive player. I know he's a center. But what do you think about him? The Giants picking him in, like, let's say in the second round, if nobody picks him up in the first round.
We'll see. That's definitely a conversation we can have when we get our first round pick. I think that will determine it. Like if we get a quarterback, which I honestly think we're getting a quarterback, and in free agency as well, we may pick up a center, we may pick up a guard, we may pick up a tackle. But as far as you talk about Garrett Bradbury, you talk about him.
Yeah, because he looks very impressive too.
Yeah, he's a center / guard, so it depends on where we go in free agency. But I wouldn't mind picking him up in the second round if he falls there.
But we need depth in our offensive line anyway because our depth is so weak.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, there's some good offensive linemen in the free agency. So depending on where we go in free agency is depending on what we do. Depending on where we go in the draft is depending on where we go in free agency.
And I have a feeling too that the Giants may pick Dwayne Haskins because Dwayne Haskins been talking about a lot. He wants to go to the Giants. He's a big fan of the Giants. He watched Eli, Amari Toomer, all these players.
Yeah, he loves the Giants. He loves the Giants.
I'll be happy to see him in the Giants. I was like, that's it. When I told I want Dwayne Haskins, I really want him now on this team. I don't care about no pass rushers in the top 10. We could get in the second round, third round, but actually not third round, fourth round, fifth round, seventh round.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say though.
All right, man. Good stuff, man. I appreciate you, man. You were my first caller, and you're my first caller today. You're awesome, man. I appreciate it, man.
We got to collab on one of these days.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll definitely collab.
Next time you have a hotline, I just want to join. Get my perspective on different players and stuff like that. Who we should go after in free agency, who we should go after in the draft, and all that.
Yeah, man. Every Tuesday, go ahead and call in, man.
I'm gonna do, and I'll probably stick around too.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
I'll see you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut him off there. All right, guys. I think next in line is my boy Jay Zach. I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna give you the Hangout key or link. Check your email, Jay Zach. I just sent it. Keep refreshing it. Depends on how fast you get it. Where's the email? Oh, my bad, Chris. I typed it in a couple of times that you probably didn't see, or you weren't in the chat at the time. All right. So we're gonna take a couple more guys in. Maybe 2 to 3, like 2 to 3 more callers, and we'll call it a podcast. Definitely my more successful one.
What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
Zach. What's going on,
brother?
man?
What's going
on? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me in. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
What's going on, everybody?
So if you guys haven't known, Jay Zach actually does his own podcast on the Bleed Big Blue YouTube channel. Very, very. I mean, you do such a good job there, man.
I appreciate that, brother.
I don't even I'll be honest. I'm not able to catch on to the podcast as much. But yesterday I went on that podcast and I was extremely impressed, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. But man, I was hoping I could get in there with the last guy who was in because he was talking about Dwayne Haskins and. This isn't a response to him. This is more to response to those people who keep, they come to the combine. They're like, oh, Dwayne Haskins did so good at the combine. They're like, oh, he's got to be the guy. He was phenomenal. It's like, in my personal opinion, I don't think the combine means anything, dude. I don't think it means anything.
Because you don't have your offensive line behind you. You don't have
all I care about is your tape. If you can't make a good throw at the combine, you're not going to make a good throw in an NFL game. I just don't get that. I think proof in the pudding. I mean, Josh Allen, in my personal opinion, had the best combine out of all the quarterbacks last year. He had the most impressive combine, and I still had him ranked as like the second to last, QB.
Yeah, I don't like Josh Allen, man. We could talk about that Josh Allen kid all day. I did not like him last year. I just don't. I don't think the combine means anything. And Dwayne Haskins' tape is just not that impressive to me. Here's the thing: if we draft Dwayne Haskins, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be upset. Right. But I'm not going to be exactly happy. Like if Dwayne Haskins is on the board with Kyler Murray and we draft Dwayne Haskins, I'll be upset because I think Kyler Murray is easily a better quarterback prospect. And and a lot of people think I'm insane for that. They're like, oh, he's just a run first quarterback. And I do agree that Kyler Murray has issues where he'll take one read. And if it's not there, his instinct is like, let me just tuck this ball. Let me just tuck this ball. Yeah,
and see if I can book it. He's like, let me see if I can book it.
When you got legs, everybody's going to do
Everybody,
it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Kyler on tape anyway has shown to be way like a lot better than Dwayne Haskins, my personal opinion, when it comes to just his throwing ability. Okay, here's the thing. When Kyler Murray gets under pressure, he runs with the ball, right? And he gets out of the pocket and he extends the pocket while running out a bootleg, or he'll just, he'll run out to the side of the field, run out to the hashes, or he'll just cut up the pocket and just try and get some positive yards out of it. My thing with Dwayne Haskins is when he faces pressure, he just crumbles. That's my thing about Dwayne Haskins. And
part of it is his lack of mobility. He kind of just has to sit there and take it.
And nobody's going to tell me he's mobile enough to evade somebody in the pocket. Not after that 5.0 40-yard dash. Nobody's going to tell me Dwayne Haskins.
You might have to tell that to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. He's a dual threat QB. I'm going to run the read option with Dwayne Haskins. Jonathan Stewart.
Hang up on you.
Exactly. I want a Jonathan Stewart, Dwayne Haskins read option. That's what I want. Throw Ray Ellis in the background. Let him run with Dwayne Haskins. But I just don't get it with Dwayne Haskins, man. Here's the thing about Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins has exactly, in my opinion, what Kyler Murray's kind of missing, which is his ability to read defenses completely before pre-snap and go through his progressions, right? I love that about Dwayne Haskins. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from Dwayne Haskins, and he's got a decent arm from like mid to short range.
Yeah, his deep ball was bad.
It's garbage.
Bad on film, man.
It's garbage.
He did a little better in the combine, but you saw Daniel Jones. He hit his guy in stride.
And like I said, if you can't hit a pass in the combine, you're not going to hit a pass anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's just not happening.
No guy defending you and things like that.
Exactly. So my thing about Kyler is, like I said, Kyler and Dwayne Haskins. If you go and look at his numbers, his throws on the run were horrible. I mean, they were horrible. Yeah, they weren't even decent. They were just horrible.
Yeah.
And it's not even just his mobility. It's when he's on a run evading, like when he's running out to one of the sidelines and he has to make a throw, his accuracy just plummets, and that's not a guy I think is going to work behind in our giant system. Everybody's like, oh, he throws the short to medium rate passes. He fits in Pat Shurmur's system. It's like, but if you go back and watch the tape from the Giants football games, the Giants, the only reason we were throwing slants and dig routes was because that's all we had time to throw.
Yeah,
if you go back and watch, there's multiple plays where Odell Beckham they're open. And they're not open because they're so good. They're open because Shurmur's scheme is getting them open. He's making phenomenal play calls. The only thing is that we're not having time to deliver that ball. That's my thing. It's like, okay, so Dwayne Haskins is not going to save that. You know who can buy his time? Kyler Murray can buy his time. He can buy time in the pocket. He can move out. That's my thing about Kyler Murray. And like I said, I get the appeal of Dwayne Haskins, and everybody's like, oh, he's a Giants fan. And in my personal opinion, just because he wants to be a Giant doesn't mean he should be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, oh, he wants to be a Giant. He's got to come here now. Like, why? Because he wants to come to the Giants. Now he just got better at it. Like, did he just get better because he wants to be a New York Football Giant? Now we're like, dude, you know what? His problems aren't that big of a deal. Like, no, they're still a big deal.
I understand.
They're still there.
I understand that completely. The only reason why I like that he was a Giants fan, because I feel like he'll have more work ethic. Like I get that. Like him just putting on that helmet is like, okay, I need to sharpen up on my throwing on the run. Exactly. I need to sharpen up on my deep ball because I love where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? I don't think a plus in skill, but a plus in work ethic.
I completely get that. But my thing is, like, if that's what it takes for him to have work ethic, like, here's my thing. That's awesome and all, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, in particular, kids who are that young, and I say kids like a year younger than I am, my age, when they go into the NFL, they're so hungry to be there. They're going to work their butts off. Doesn't matter where they're going. Yeah. And if they don't, then that's not a player I want on my team to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so but nowadays the NFL is full of money hungry guys. I don't really care.
Exactly.
So it's hard to find those guys that really, are going to be dedicated.
And everybody, I think what was it? Forgot his name earlier. He called close your door. Oh, is my door open?
The boogeyman will come.
Oh, he's freaking me out. But he freaked me out there. I was like, what? I was like, hold on. I closed that thing earlier. It's like, hold on now. But it freaked me out. Okay. Okay. So my thing about what was I saying? Dang, man, why you freaking golly? I had it in my head and it's just gone now.
Oh man, bro, we're talking about Dwayne Haskins.
You're here messing around, bro. No, Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, I like Dwayne Haskins. Like I said, I like him, but especially when he was at the combine, I don't know what it was, but he looked kind of out of shape to me. He had a little bit of love. I mean, I'm not super in shape, but
Winston's build. He
looked like he was like, you know what? Kyler's the one who has to meet a weight requirement. I don't. I mean, let me just start munching out. Like he looked like he was like, you know what? I'm already 6'3". Fuck it, and just started munching.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I was like, what? Kyler, and everybody's talking about Kyler, you know, he's 5'10", okay? And you're not going to sit here and tell me it's like, oh, they could have lied. They didn't lie. If they lied, you know how big of a scoop that would be?
5'10".
Yeah, like here's the thing. Same height as Russell Wilson. He actually weighs a pound higher than Russell Wilson if you look it up on Google. I don't know how accurate that is today.
Oh,
right. But he's a pound lighter or heavier than Russell Wilson, one of the two, if you go and look it up on Google. So I don't think the size is even a problem now. And you can't come up to me and tell me, oh, his hands are tiny. His hands are the same size as Dwayne Haskins' hands.
Oh no, yeah, his hands.
You're not going to tell me that, you know.
I think are they bigger than Dwayne Haskins?
No, they were literally the same measurement. They're like 9.4 both or 9.5, something like that. They're both the exact same.
Oh wow, yeah, it says his weight
exact same hand. Yeah.
But Russell Wilson looks much thicker. So I thought
he does look a little thicker. But then again, we haven't seen Kyler out there in his new weight, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in that new weight. So for all we know, Kyler could look chunky too. I hadn't seen him yet. You know, we just saw him with that sweater on. I knew what he was hiding. You know, he's hiding them in chubs. I saw it.
Yeah.
I was excited to see. I really wanted him to run in the combine. I was very disappointed with that because I wanted to see him break the QB record, man. I wanted to see that so bad. I thought he was going to.
He's got it.
Like I said, I don't care about the combine. So like, even if he went out there and threw and didn't risk a single like throw, it wouldn't have like increased his stock for me personally. I've already seen his tape. I already like what he can do. Yeah, but I just wanted to see him break that record because I know he would have. Just like Lamar Jackson would have broke it if he won it last year. You know, I don't know who's faster out of the two, but you know, but that's the thing about, and then a lot of people are talking about Kyler. It's like, oh, batted down balls. You know, how is he going to see over his offensive lineman in the NFL? Exactly, he had 4. That was tied with Dwayne Haskins. Daniel Jones, who's like 6'5", I think, something like that, had like 12.
I've seen a lot of
that's insane. Daniel Jones that's insane. You know, and the thing about Kyler as well is, and I lost it. Wow, that's cute. That's cute. I just lost it. I just lost my train of thought right there out of nowhere. Wow. But that's adorable. But the thing, oh, here it is. The whole people. Sorry, those dogs. Can you hear my dogs?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, okay, sorry, guys. I don't know how loud that is. Somebody must have walked by the door, and you know they're all talk. They think they're tough. They're Giants fans, so you know. But the thing about Kyler is everybody's like, how is he going to see where the offensive line? It's like, you guys do know what NFL offensive linemen are made from, right? They're made from college NFL. They're made from college offensive linemen. Like, nobody just gets drafted and hits a growth spurt. You know, I just got drafted. Oh, my God, 2 inches just hit me. You know, like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. Like, that doesn't happen. And Kyler Murray's offensive line height was an average of 6'4" in college.
Yeah, I heard.
I think he's going to see over them.
But my problem is not now that he's at 5'10" now, because I thought, listen, I honestly think people think I'm crazy for saying this, but I honestly think 5'9" is a big difference when it comes to short quarterbacks. Because like 5'10" is that breaking point, you know?
Okay.
When you're 5'9", that's short to me, but he's 5'10", so he got the pass. He has the pass.
No, I get that.
But my problem is sure, offensive lines are the same height in college, but the blitzes are different. NFL crazy freaking blitzes. They're all thought of. I mean, there has been quarterbacks in the NFL, and we've seen this in plenty of quarterbacks that are college football standouts in the NFL, college football standouts as a quarterback, but in the NFL they struggle because they can't read a blitz, they can't read a defense. It's much harder, especially with the dual threat quarterbacks. You look at Johnny Manziel, Lamar Jackson, other quarterbacks like that really rely on their legs. In the NFL, they game plan against that. You know, they set the edge much better in the NFL than they do in college. Just like same problem with running backs. When running backs bounce outside, they're usually not successful in the NFL.
I agree with you. Now, here's the thing about that. You named Johnny Manziel, you named Lamar Jackson. You know what Kyler can do that those two quarterbacks can't? He can throw the ball.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball.
True.
Johnny Manziel can't throw the ball.
I don't know if you saw my Lamar Jackson rant, but I can't say Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't consider Lamar Jackson a dual threat quarterback. To be a dual threat quarterback, you gotta be able to throw the ball. I don't think he can throw the ball. Exactly. He's just a running back. Yeah. He's a running back who just like used to throw the ball in the backyard when he was younger. You know, he's like, "Hey, Dad, watch this." His dad's like, "You should be a quarterback." He's like, "We'll do." Like, he's not a quarterback. I
just think he's a quarterback really just because of his body type.
Yeah.
And he probably just can't run routes, so he's not a wide receiver.
Exactly.
So,
and everybody's talking about Kyler, like his durability. Kyler was one of the best quarterbacks I've seen at not taking a hit this past year in college. When I was watching him, multiple occasions he slid, stepped right out of bounds, avoided a lot of hits. I was impressed with Kyler's ability to avoid taking a big hit.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson's been taking hits in the NFL.
Yeah,
he's been taking hits. I don't know what he's doing, what this coach is saying, but go ahead.
Pro Football Focus rated Kyler Murray as like the top quarterback to evade pressure, like under pressure. Like that.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's what I like so much about Kyler. Man.
But I want to see him make those NFL throws. You know, when he has somebody in his face hitting him, he gets hit as he throws. I want to see Kyler do that.
I get that.
I get that. But if you see an open man. If you see open man down the field, OBJ is by himself in the end zone. I want
you got to take that hit. You got to Eli Manning that thing. You just feel like, you know what?
Because I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him skip that and just get out the pocket and run for 2 yards.
Exactly. Here's my thing about that, right? So here, let me go through this. So my problems with Kyler Murray are the fact that he doesn't read the field during plays as he should have. He should not be like, that guy's not open. Let me just run this way with the ball. That shouldn't be. He's like, or he can be like, let me just throw it anyway. See what happens. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want to see with Kyler Murray. That's my only gripe on Kyler, though. With Dwayne Haskins, I have a gripe of the guy can't throw deep. You know, he can't throw past 30 yards to save his life.
Much more negatives than Dwayne Haskins.
Exactly. But here's my thing, though. My negatives with Dwayne Haskins are things that, in my personal opinion, either cannot be coached or are a lot harder to coach. My only gripe with Kyler is something that I think could really be coached out. I think that could easily be coached out of him. You know, that's my thing with Kyler Murray is that I think he has a way higher ceiling, and I think he's a higher floor. And I've heard you say multiple times you think the only two day one starters are Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray. I would argue with that. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is a day one starter unless he's sitting behind the Cowboys offensive line or the Steelers offensive line or the Packers offensive line. I don't think he's a day one starter. If you get Kyler Murray a clean pocket, 99% of the time, I think he can be a day one starter. But if he's getting a hand in his face, even like half the time, or even like less than that, I don't think he's gonna last. Like if you were to take the quarterbacks from last year, everybody was crazy about the quarterbacks. Oh, such a good deep quarterback class last year. This is why you don't take Saquon Barkley. That's why you don't take Saquon Barkley. If we're ranking these quarterbacks from last year, I think it's Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold, and then like Dwayne Haskins. Like I would take Rosen and Darnold above Haskins in terms of just quarterback talent and productivity, in my personal opinion. I think Haskins has more talent than Rosen does, and I'm going to stand by that efficiently, but I think Rosen is a lot better under pressure, and they're both the same speed, so they're both the same mobility, I guess. I would put Darnold above the both of them just because I like his mobileness. I like he's a little mobile. You know, but it's just that's my thing. It's like I think the gap between Baker and Kyler is smaller between Kyler and everybody else.
Okay.
I think it's a lot smaller.
That is a fair point.
That's my thing about it. And I thought, and everybody knows this. If anybody in here wasn't the Believe It podcast or anything like that, if you've heard me or you've talked to me in the comment section before, everybody knows who knows me knows that last year I was all about Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was my guy. I was like, no, I don't want Darnold. I don't want Rosen. I want Barkley. The only person I would have been okay with that if we took instead of Barkley was Baker, because I just knew Baker was a stud, and he came out and he balled out this past year, and he made an argument to actually be the offensive rookie of the year, you know. And I think Kyler, just pure arm wise, is almost as good as Baker, but he's got that extra mobility as well, which I love to see. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's my thing about Kyler, is I think Kyler he makes an argument for the number one overall pick. Like I said I think I said in the chat earlier, if I'm the Cardinals, I have no problem taking Kyler Murray and shopping Josh Rosen. You know, and here's the thing, if you're a team like the Dolphins or somebody who needs a quarterback, this is perfect for you. You basically trade your first round pick and maybe some other late round pick, and then you get a quarterback who last year was in the first round. So it's basically like you drafted him last year, if you really think about it. For the Cardinals, this is the win-win scenario. You get a quarterback who's way better than what you already have on the field. You get an actual really good player who can survive behind your offensive line who is not awesome. And you get some extra picks. You know, and if you're a team trading up, there's not much to lose here. I think for both parties, there's a huge win-win here on whoever trades for Rosen and Arizona getting rid of Rosen and drafting Kyler. I think there's a big win-win on both sides there. And I think Arizona is in a perfect situation. I cannot wait to see what they do.
Arizona.
I mean, I'm terrified they're going to take Kyler as a Giant. You guys know. I'm terrified. But
so Big Blue News is back in the chat,
up,
back
man?
in the stream.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Yeah, I had to come in here low key. You know, I let y'all talk. I put my mic muted and stuff. But yeah,
what's going on, man?
What up?
And you guys got these little slick headbuds. I got my gaming headset on. It's all wonky as hell.
It looks more official.
Bro.
It's got some headphones on.
You wouldn't catch me. You wouldn't catch me anywhere wearing this in public, though. I'll tell you how much. You wouldn't catch me.
I got you, bro. We're the same right now, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I'm a PC gamer, so I got all this junk. I got this studio grade microphone right here. So got all this crap in me.
Zach, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Because I know, you want Kyler Murray in this draft, and I've heard you say on your podcast before that you're not interested in a pass rush for this draft. So say Kyler Murray's off the board.
That's not true, but I'm gonna let you go ahead. But that's not true. But I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Well, all right. So besides Nick Bosa, realistically, who would you draft if Kyler Murray is not available?
Okay, so I'm going to go with this. So let's say by Kyler Murray not being available, that means Arizona either A, takes him at 1, or somebody trades up to get him. So number 1 overall pick, Kyler's gone, right? Number 2, the 49ers either high or they're just retarded. They don't take Nick Bosa right then and there. Yeah. Number 3, I think the Jets are in a prime position to trade down. Somebody trades up to take Haskins, right? So that's Jets. Number 3 gone, Haskins gone. So number 4 is who's 4? Raiders. The Raiders, I think, either take
defense. They gotta go defense.
They're going defense. But my thing is, I want to say they take Quinn and Williams, but they already have decent interior defensive linemen here. Mm-hmm. So I want to say maybe they take somebody like Devin White or Greedy or whoever they see to be the best player available. I really want to say they take. I must go with Josh Allen because you have Maurice Hurst in the middle. You have Arden Key, who's disappointing, but he has potential, and then you put somebody like Josh Allen on the other end.
Who do you have the Jets getting again?
The Jets traded out, and somebody traded up for Haskins, whether it be the Redskins or the Dolphins. Somebody traded up for Haskins at 3, right? So then 5 comes up the Bucs.
You're taking Haskins out of the equation.
I'm taking Haskins out of the equation. I'm taking him out of the equation. I'm taking him out.
You to say Haskins.
I'm taking Haskins out of the equation.
Yeah, that was smart. I was trying to get you to say Haskins.
I'll give you 2 answers. I'll give you 2 answers, though. I'll give you 2 answers. If Haskins there and he's not, all right? I'm good. I see what you're doing. But so Haskins going at 3. 4 is the Raiders. They take, let's say, Devin White or Quinn and Williams if they're not dumb, right? So then at number 4, we have the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers need what? They need a secondary, right? So they need corners. So this is a prime position, I think, for Byron Murphy, Greedy, or DeAndre Baker. And then we come back to 6. Then it's the Giants. So we have Quinn and Williams on the board, which I'm going to say he's not because there's just no way he falls to 6. Even if 2 people trade up in order to get a quarterback ahead of us, he just can't fall. He's too good. I'm going to say we either have Josh Allen available or we have Quinn Williams, maybe. If Josh Allen's available and Quinn Williams is not, I'm okay with taking Josh Allen, although I think he's very much overhyped, right? Because I think he's a very good, solid hybrid linebacker. I think people think he's a lot better pass rusher than he actually is, in my personal opinion. I think he needs more. I think he needs a wider array of pass rush moves to go to. He also seems to, if he gets beat, like if his first move doesn't work out, he seems to go, all right, I'm going to take a nap to the next play. He seems to not really pull out a double move and to continue on. Although he doesn't have a high motor, he just doesn't have that second move to go to, which is something coachable again. So I would take Josh Allen. If Quinn Williams is there, I would take him. I actually consider Quinn Williams the best player in the draft. Nobody flame me for that. Basically what I'm saying is I'm trying to take somebody who can get to the quarterback, and I'm even okay with Cleveland Farrell. I think Cleveland Farrell is completely underrated. I think he has the best burst out of any player in this draft. I think he gets off the line. His tape in Clemson was so beautiful. Like when you watch him, that ball hikes. And he beats. There's multiple plays in Clemson. I don't know what game it was. If I can remember, I'll say something so somebody can go get it and go watch it. But there's multiple plays. You'll see and I watch it in slow motion. You'll see the ball hike, and Cleveland Farrell moves before the center does. Like before the center should be the first person who's up once the ball is gone. He should be the first person. The center is looking up, and Cleveland Farrell's like at the hip of the tackle. He's like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" Like, and
that's why I think Cleveland Farrell can go high, man.
He's giving that tackle the high he's been going. Like, "Hey, I'm just going to step around you real quick," and it's phenomenal. It's gorgeous to see that. Yeah. But if he comes over, he's got to be a pure edge, kind of Olivier Vernon type guy. He's not a hybrid like Josh Allen, where he can step back into coverage.
Yeah, that's the only problem. But like Cleveland Farrell, I said this before. I've been on record saying this before. Cleveland Farrell best fits our defense and what we need than Josh Allen. Because if you look at our defense right now, our biggest hole is that strong side outside linebacker, and that's where Kareem Martin is, and that's disgusting to see.
Exactly.
And then especially the whole OV situation. I want to get rid of OV. I'm okay with Lorenzo Carter starting. If we draft a guy like Josh Allen, he would be on the weak side because he can't stop the run very good. So he would be on the weak side, and Lorenzo Carter would just be a backup again, and we still have a hole at strong side line.
Oh, man. You know what the crazy thing is first off, shout out to TSVI who says I'm clueless. Appreciate it, brother. Shout out to you, bro.
You'll get those. You'll get those, man. You'll get those. You make podcasts, you know.
It's cool. No, I get it. But the thing about Josh Allen is, I just said here dogged him, but I'm still super high on Josh Allen. I think he's a top 5 talent. And the thing is, Josh Allen, in my personal opinion, his NFL comp to me is Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah, his NFL comp to me is Leonard Floyd.
And that was Lorenzo Carter's comp. But I think Josh Allen's just a better Lorenzo Carter, and he's just a better Leonard Floyd. Because Leonard Floyd had no coverage ability coming out. Josh Allen's one of the better coverage linebackers in college.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh my God, are we actually witnessing a 3-4 outside linebacker that can cover?
Who can cover? He's like,
I was like, oh my God, this guy is defending a wide receiver in the end zone.
Exactly. And he won. You know,
he batted down the ball.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I didn't think you were a corner. Like,
you're not supposed to do this.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you go and look at the Pro Football Focus numbers, Lorenzo Carter was one of our best coverage linebackers.
Yeah,
he was.
Carter's so underrated. Everybody was like, "Oh, he won't be a good starter at OV. Let's keep OV." And we have a huge hole if we get rid of OV. I'm perfectly fine with Lorenzo Carter there. I'm perfectly fine with Lorenzo.
Let me go ahead and answer your question about if Haskins is there. All right. So, spoiler alert, if Haskins is there, I still don't want him. Spoiler alert. If Haskins is there, here's the thing. A sleeper pick, somebody who I 100% know will be there at 6 that I would take if Kyler is not there, is Ed Oliver. Because Ed Oliver, in my personal opinion, has the highest ceiling out of any player in this draft.
I like Ed Oliver. His draft stock's starting to fall a little bit.
It's dropping. Because the stock is dropping doesn't mean his talent did.
Oh yeah, I know that for sure.
Hey,
but
Montez Sweat, his stock went up. He didn't get any better.
Yeah, I love me some Montez Sweat, but
I like his talent.
I was talking about this before. Potential Ed Oliver can be the next Aaron Donald if the Giants grab Ed Oliver. I'd be stoked. I'd be happy. Yes, I have some problems with his rawness. He whiffs on tackle. You ever seen him in the back of the line of scrimmage, trying to get out the running back, and his arms are everywhere and his legs are everywhere, and he just
Kermit the Frog,
and it looks like someone shoots him in the middle of him trying to get the quarterback. Yeah. He just pops and tries to get after the running back.
What he did before, but the crazy thing is, like, what he did right before that is insane. You know, like, he had just blown through two dudes.
He gets
one arm
he
each,
gets
like,
off
he bench
his hands.
Guys off of him. And was like, okay, now let's tackle the quarterback. Wait, how do you do that again? And then he just stumbles. You know? If you coach this guy to finish plays, I think he's the best player in this draft. If you could just, that's the thing.
Coach him at a tackle. The guy had a tackle.
I think he could easily play 3-4 defensive end. I heard you talking about our rookies, right? But either I missed it because I was eating food, or you just didn't mention it. But you didn't mention BJ Hill.
Oh yeah, no. I left. No, the reason why I left out BJ Hill because I think he's great at where he's at. We don't need. I was talking about when we were drafting guys, we have a hole at the other defensive end spot, which is defensive tackle.
That's what I'm talking about. That's technique. Ed Oliver to play. I would.
Yeah, 3 technique. We have a big hole there.
You're gonna tell me that we're gonna have Ed Oliver, Dalvin Tomlinson, BJ Hill as our front 3?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a pretty big grin from me. Those are 3 very, very young, I think, high potential players right there.
And Dalvin Tomlinson ranked one of the best run stuffers, nose tackles in the NFL by Pro Football Focus ever since he went into nose tackle.
Been in, and the thing is, his pass rush has been pretty high as well.
Yeah, he's an underrated pass rusher. You see Dalvin Tomlinson get behind that line.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is, everybody's talking. So the Olivier Vernon trade, putting him on the stock, I get that. And if we trade Olivier Vernon, I'm not going to cry. You're not going to see me cry.
I don't think we're going to get a trade candidate for him.
I don't think so. But the thing is, I can understand not trading Olivier Vernon. Everybody talks about his contract's too big. I agree. But everybody's complaining about his productivity, and I'm at a loss. If you go back and watch the tape on Olivier Vernon, when he was on the field is the very key thing to say here. When he was on the field, I personally think he was the best defensive player on our team last year, and Pro Football Focus tends to agree. They ranked him in the top 50 players.
He was great.
He was ranked in the top 50 by Pro Football Focus.
Oh, really?
They ranked him in the top 50. I mean, he was like on the first video from like 50 to 40, but he was there. You know,
he was there.
He was still there. You know who wasn't there? Landon Collins. Oh no, he wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm stupid.
telling you, man.
I'm stupid. No, he was.
What? Why?
I know. Now I'm confused. I'll have to go back and watch.
The best missed tackler in the NFL.
They said Olivier Vernon was the best player on our defense when he was on the field. And everybody's complaining about like, oh, he's not on the field these last 2 seasons. 3 seasons ago, he was on the field 99% of our snaps.
Yeah, he was.
That's
something I will give Olivier Vernon is that he had to have such a high motor because he was on the field 97, 98, 99% of the time.
That was the real number. 99% of our snaps, our defense. He was on the field 2 years.
Yeah, he was on the field that long, man. But at the same time, he's a great run stuffing edge player. Great run stuff. I mean, he's phenomenal at stopping the run.
But his pass rush was there too.
His pass rush is good. I gotta see those sacks, man. Pressures, you can get all the pressures in the world. It's great to have pressures.
I don't know, man. Sacks are situational.
I know.
A lot of Josh Allen's sacks didn't come from him just beating somebody.
But a lot of him came from just a speed rush, just running right through.
That's not going to work as much in the NFL. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for Josh Allen, but I think even Pro Football Focus made this one video on it like a year or two ago. I watched it. They were talking about how when they project edge rushers, they calculate who has the most pressures because pressures tend to lead to the most sacks. And believe it or not, I would rather have somebody. Jesus Christ, what is going on out there? I would rather have somebody. Just turn my mic away from that noise.
What the hell is going on out there?
I know, right? But I would rather have an edge rusher who gets me. Let's just make up a number here. Who gets me? And these are rough numbers here, everybody. I would rather have an edge rusher who gets me 50 pressures a season in 10 sacks over somebody who got me 15 sacks and 20 pressures.
Yeah, I can understand
because the guy who has more pressures, he affected more plays. You know what I'm saying? A pressure affects a play. I gotta leave that vacuum. I'm sorry. My mom's just like, it's time to clean, I guess. Jeez, man. She's like, are you doing something over there? I'm just going to draw out this vacuum. Don't bother me. Don't mind me at all. But that's my thing here is a pressure can lead to a horrible throw. A pressure can lead to a quarterback making a horrible decision, therefore ending in a pick. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I like the pressure.
The more pressures you have, the more chances you have at making the quarterback or just the offense make a mistake. What pisses me off about Olivier Vernon, he's that so close but so far. Go ahead, keep talking. I can listen to you.
Okay. Well, what pisses me off is Olivier Vernon is that so close but so far player that he's just gonna.
They can hear you. Stop.
He good? Is he good?
Bro, that's funny. You gotta clip this part right here, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a highlight, man. Are you okay? Don't.
We're good, bro.
Yo,
okay.
We're good.
Yo, bro. That little crack in your door got me like kind of bugging out. Like I feel like a finger's gonna go through it and just like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, bro, that's my chair. Hold on. That's my chair, bro. Hold on. I got a different chair. I got one that's not so insane. Oh fuck. Sorry. I hit my desk. Okay. All right, we're good. No more cracks. That was the chair, not the door. Oh God.
like I was saying before, Olivier Vernon is that type of guy that pisses me off because he's that so close but so far type of player. You watch him on third down and long, and you're like, oh my God, Olivier Vernon's about to get this guy, and then he's like so close, swipes and misses, and then the quarterback throws for a first down. He's that type of guy to me, and I don't want to pay. Listen, he's a great pressure getter. He's a great run stuffer. I just can't pay $19.5 million for him.
And I agree. If we could restructure his contract, I'd want him back. But with that contract, I don't want him back. You know?
Yeah.
So that's my thing with Olivier Vernon. So I'm getting somebody nobody's talking about is George Jenkins. I want him out.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. He's 30 years old.
The only reason why I want to keep I want Janoris Jenkins to leave, but the only situation why I would keep Janoris Jenkins is if our cornerback core is just like Sam Beal gets hurt again or something like that. We can't get a good corner back there, and we got to have somebody to stop somebody. So that's why the only reason why I would keep Janoris Jenkins. But if Sam Beal performs, if we draft a cornerback, get another cornerback, Kevin Johnson's on the market now. If we get those guys in there, we can start to chip away at getting rid of Janoris Jenkins.
Yeah, because like how you said for the last stream, Janoris Jenkins does good when the rest of the defense does good.
That's
So if we start having players doing their part and playing good, Janoris Jenkins should be playing good. So
just
that's my thing. When it comes to a corner needs to be able to shine on his own. A corner should not only shine when the other.
That's why they're divas, man. That's why they're divas.
That's my thing. Janoris Jenkins is 30 years old. If we couldn't bring back Landon Collins, then we cannot bring back Olivier Vernon. We cannot bring back Janoris Jenkins. If Gettleman wants to keep Olivier Vernon and Janoris Jenkins, but not keep Landon Collins, the New York Jets are starting to look like a hella good team to root for, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't say it to some guys, man.
Somebody that be like, you ain't a real fan.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I've done plenty of those, man. When I just I just say what's on my mind. I got people like, you're a fake fan. You're so young. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, relax.
We ignorant because we're young.
Right. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith has a opinion, right?
But here's my thing: is in the free. I think you guys were talking about the free agency later. I'd love to talk about the free agency. I agree with the entertainer. He was talking about. Oh wow, look at that, and I forget again.
We've got like 5 minutes on the show, guys. By the way,
okay.
We're just gonna get our final thoughts in.
All right, real quick. I just want to go through my free agency plan here. My free agency plan is trade Vernon if you can, trade Jenkins if you can. I want to grab Trevor Williams, who's a great slot corner, and I want to try and grab Jason Verrett if possible, although he's kind of injury prone.
Yeah, that's the guy.
I want to bring at least 2 good corners in. One of them a slot corner, the other one on the outside, and I want Sam Beal to start on the other side. I want Adrian Amos, and if we can, I would love Clinton Diggs or Tyrann Mathieu, one of the two.
I want Tyrann.
So I would not mind, because here's the thing. Adrian Amos will be cheaper than Landon Collins, but I don't think the price – I think the price difference between the two is going to be a lot bigger than the skill gap between the two. So I would love to replace Landon Collins with Adrian Amos.
What do you think Adrian Amos lands? 7-8 million?
I think it's like a 7-8 million guy. I would pay him 9. I'd pay him 9. And then you bring in Darrell Williams at right tackle. I think he's our primary sign. He was a Dave Gettleman guy. I think just has to be
drafted by Dave Gettleman in Carolina.
Drafted by Dave Gettleman. So I think it's Darrell Williams, either 2 corners. I don't care who they are as long as they're good. And I want Adrian Amos and then hopefully Tyrann Mathieu and Clinton Diggs as well. So you bring in 2 stud young safeties. And I would love a right tackle as well. And those 2 corners. And I think that's like the key parts of our teams that need fixing right there.
Go ahead, Ray.
So you'd take Darrell Williams over Juwan James?
100%.
What would be your reason, though?
What am I realizing? That Darrell Williams is a better pass blocker. Juwan James is a better run blocker. But Darrell Williams, I think, in my opinion, when he was on the field, was shutting down right sides. He was shutting down the right side. I think he was hurt, and that's part of the reason why his stock might be a little lower than Juwan James. Yeah. But if he can stay healthy, I think he's just better.
Yeah, that's
a good point also, because even though he has injury problems, that lowers his stock, so we could get him for a cheaper price. So if he stays healthy, he'll be a good piece to pick up.
And Corey Littleton would not be a bad sign either. I'm trying to be realistic. I don't think we have enough money to bring in all of them.
We're just throwing guys out there, guys. There's also Pierre Desir we might get for a cheap contract. He's played well for Indianapolis.
Oh, Zadarius Smith. That's who it was. That's one guy I want to bring in.
He's going to want big money, right?
Yeah.
He's like 26 or something like that.
He's going to want some change. He's going to want some change.
Yeah, he's going to want some change, man. So we'll see. But let's get into final thoughts, guys. I'll start with Ray first. Go ahead and your final thoughts on the podcast. Anything you want to throw out there before we end the show?
I have no thoughts.
I know.
No, bro. You ain't gonna do this show for like an hour, and then at the end of it, be like, "Man, I got no thoughts." You just talk yourself down.
Yeah, plug yourself.
I'm gonna do a quick recap of what you was talking about before I came in. Landon Collins, I agree with getting rid of him. We don't need that drama in the team. What else were you talking about before I joined?
Rosen getting traded.
I already said I think that's smart because Kyler Murray, even though it's a risk, I feel like it's a good move. You also said he was going to talk about free agency. We already spoke about that. The draft, I've seen a lot of people I like this draft because there were so many people that showed like all right, like you see how you said they were saying it's going to be a straight defensive draft.
Yeah.
A lot of people in offense was showing up. A lot of people in defense were showing up. You see freaking Quentin Williams, freaking 303-pound guy running freaking a 4.83, bro.
Yeah, 47, 44.
I can't even run a 4.83, bro.
So like, Blue's like, man, I weigh 120 and the wind can carry me that fast.
Yeah,
if the Giants get Quentin Williams, I'll cry.
Oh, I'll cry.
I love that, bro. But listen, Montez Sweat over anything right now, bro.
Oh, get out of my face with that, dude. I swear.
Montez Sweat, bro.
Get out of my face. I'd trade up into the first. I'd trade back up into the late first round for him. I would do that.
Late first round? I think he's going at least 12.
I think he's going. I'm just saying if he fell, I would do it. But I think he's going at least 12.
So what would you trade for that? Would you trade your second round pick for like a second round pick and a couple fifths?
Yeah, I'd trade my second round pick and one of the other like 7th and 5th and 4th we have. I mean, we have so much extra late round picks. Yeah. I think we could easily use those for trade bait and get rid of the second, trade back into the first one. Either that or I would want to get like another guard. If we trade back up into the first or trade back up into the second or something, I want to get a guard. Everybody loves Javon Brown. I'm not huge on Javon Brown. I don't think he did that well.
I like
either that or I want a center, because I don't think
Connor McGovern.
Who? Yeah, Connor McGovern. I like him. I like Bo Benshaw. He's all right. One of my favorite guards is also Darrell Williams. If you guys don't know that guy,
the other Darrell Williams. Yeah,
he's a 4th, 5th round prospect. I like him a lot. I think he's somebody I would definitely grab in the 4th or 5th round. Jamel Dean, sleeper corner in this year's draft, by the way, ran like a 4.33 or something like that, or 4.31, 4.32, something like that. He's a sleeper corner. I think he's awesome. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. But
any final thoughts? Final thoughts before we end this?
Oh, wait, I got one more question to ask both of you. Did y'all hear about those? Like, there was some like rumors, I guess, about the Giants looking at trade offers for Odell. Like, not about the Patriots thing. They was talking about trading him for picks in this draft.
Oh God,
I can't even argue with you guys about this. If somebody offered me 2 first-round picks for Odell and like another decently high-round pick, I would not be that mad if I took it. I'm not gonna. I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad either. But the thing is, if we do trade Odell, I'm re-signing Sterling Shepard. I can't let him go.
You have to sign them both. You have to sign Sterling Shepard if Odell's gone. But if you keep Odell, Shepard's gonna have to say, he's gonna say bye-bye. He's gonna have to go to the Browns or something.
Yeah, I'd overpay Shepard to keep him. I really like Shepard that much. So
I want to keep at least 3 weapons on this team, and Saquon, Evan Ingram, and Odell / Shepard, whoever the 2 is, whichever one of them as we keep. I don't think we can keep all 4 of them. That's ridiculous. It's just overkill at that point.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to want more targets, and they're not going to get it.
Yeah, I agree with the 2. If someone offered the Giants 2 first-round picks for Odell, he's gone. I don't care.
I take it.
Yeah, I take it. I take it right now. But all right, guys, that is what we got. I quickly want to just point out that TSVI did mention Mosley. That's something we talked about early on in the podcast, like our first episode of the podcast, right?
I think it was episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2 or something like that. We mentioned CJ Mosley, that he would be a good candidate, but I would have to get rid of Alec Ogletree first because I don't like those 2 contracts.
Dude, Alec Ogletree needs to leave no matter what. I don't care.
He's a stat pattern.
I don't care if Odell has to play linebacker. Alec Ogletree needs to bounce. Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
hey, you're getting paid $19 million. You're getting paid.
Go play both sides of the ball. You know what? Go punt the ball too. It's like Rosas, take a seat. Odell, get out there.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, that is the Undrafted Analysts podcast. Be sure to subscribe to Big Blue News. His link is in the description. And also subscribe to J-Zack. Going to be working with him in the future. He just made his channel, and he's coming out with more videos. He also does a podcast of his own on the Bleed Big Blue channel. On the Intern Roundtable, is it called, right?
Yeah.
Intern Roundtable. So there's that. Be sure
to videos on the channel. Yeah, but expect videos to start coming up regularly on the J-Zack and the Red Zone channel.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe, guys. And all that being said, that is episode. What is that? 3? That's 3, right? Yeah,
3.
It's episode 3 of the Undrafted Analysts. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely the best stream we've had so far. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.